wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. That's Dalitha. I am Travis. It's Monday, and it is time for Monday Night Raw.
It is.
Slash the go-home show to day one, but we probably won't see Seth Rollins or Big E or a lot of the other stars because they are on COVID restrictions.
They're in unicorn
Doesn't mean that they
lockdown.
have it. Which is funny
exposed.
because we do have a tag team match against the Street Profits and the Mysterios tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the Street Profits is married to Bianca, and she's on it, but he's not. So, anyways.
Interesting.
Good stuff.
Interesting.
But the most interesting story is they have to keep canceling these shows because of the COVID.
Right?
Or unicorn sprinkles.
Unicorn sprinkles.
Well, they just sent all their stars an email down in NXT and on the main roster, and said that they only need to be tested once a week now, no longer twice a week. That's a thing from yesteryear.
And now they have to be probably tested every single hour on the hour.
No, I just told you they sent an email out that said they don't have to be tested, but once a week. Just said that.
What is wrong with Corey Graves' face?
The tattoos on his neck, maybe?
Eh.
Is it a mustache?
Yeah, that's what
I can't get this.
That's what it is.
I feel like it's got
how's
SmackDown volume. Like
It's all low.
No, it's high but high pitched, so it hurts.
I can't hear anything. So. Ayla's like, hey,
Hey.
we have Alita in the chat also.
Hey,
Hi. Ayla's like, I'm so excited. Are you fucking excited?
Are you excited for the new year?
Luna says, this is the final Raw. Sophie says, I wonder how the Unicorn Sprinkles outbreak affect tonight's episode of Raw and the pay-per-view on Saturday night. Oh, I'm pretty sure they'll just delete everything, cancel everything. They should just stop having wrestling altogether.
You have some interesting things going on up in your mind sometimes. Anyways, we do have the Street Profits. We do have the Street Profits versus the Mysterios in a little bit. We also have, obviously, we have the Miz and Maryse marriage, their renewal of their vows. We also got that title match between Damian Priest and Dolph Ziggler that Dolph Ziggler won last week with the W in his thing. The Street Profits and the Mysterios, which is happening right now. This is that tournament.
Right.
Anyways, we also have Randy Orton a little bit later on going one-on-one with Otis. He did beat Chad Gable last week, but he is going one-on-one with Otis this week. It's going to be interesting to see because they've been pushing Otis as a tough man, as very strong, hard to beat.
Right.
So we'll have to see how that one plays out. And then obviously we're going to have a little bit of face-to-face, a little bit more build-up with Amos and AJ Styles. And then we're going to have that rematch from, I think it was last week, with Finn Balor and... what's his name? Finn Balor's clone that's bigger.
Oh.
Austin Theory. And I'm pretty sure that's all I know.
Alita says, LOL, I was looking forward to getting drunk. Really?
Yeah.
You were, or were you?
You were or you are.
She said was, so I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Ravi's in the chat, though. Says hello, hi. Hello, hi.
Hello!
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. Anybody there? Anybody there? Volterra's in the chat. Hi, Volterra.
Woo! Final Raw
That's exactly
2021.
what he was trying to say.
It is.
So it's like, I could see some matches getting moved to future episodes of Raw or SmackDown or the Royal Rumble, depending on who tested positive for Unicorn Sprinkles.
Right. So this one says it's live, but that guy right there in that purple was there last week.
Ooh, that bastard.
I just remember that purple.
Sophie says Vince, Bruce, and the rest of Vince's creative team isn't there tonight. Sophie also says, too bad for the SmackDown side. They don't have a final episode to hype up the pay-per-view on Saturday night.
That's all right. The pay-per-view hypes itself. Raw can do a pretty good job, and they're going to probably do quite a few recaps since they don't have Big E or Seth.
They haven't really given a crap either about really hyping up pay-per-views, so I really don't expect them to do anything.
Did you see our thumbnail?
I saw it a little bit, yeah.
I got Beth there and then Edge there, and right under their heads it says Haterade.
Haterade.
Because, you know, they're going to break up the vows.
Right. Ramit is in the chat. Hey, Ramit says you are the best, and you are too. Thank you.
I think you're the greatest.
James Howell is in the chat also. Hey, James says I'm here. Alita says no, I can't because sister has to quarantine. Oh, I'm sorry. So your sister has to quarantine for.
Fly out here. You drink here.
You want to come here and drink? I've got alcohol.
It'll be about 7 degrees. So if you want to hang out.
You want to come to Idaho?
On the 1st, it's going to be 15. A balmy 15.
Nice, warm.
That's shorts and t-shirts.
Totally. Lieutenant Martha in the chat says 2023, the end of this pandemic. Well, it would end now if everybody would just not give a crap about it.
It's never going to end. It's just going to be like the flu, guys.
Robbie
just
says,
accept it. It's fine.
That's what I mean. Like, just go on, just stop making a thing and just do your life.
Do you talk every time somebody gets the flu? Oh, he's got the flu. Ah!
Robbie says, I wasn't doing mic check 1, 2, like Run DMC. Haha, I'm just saying hello. I'm pretty sure you were doing a mic check. You were doing a mic check. Anyways, we got Aaron out there. Says, hey guys, sorry I'm late. Ramit says, Dakota Kai is far better than Liv Morgan. Dakota Kai needs some push for WWE unless she left WWE to All Elite Wrestling. No, Dakota Kai is still with WWE.
I'm all for that. I like Dakota. I really do. I talk about her at least once a month.
Right?
Once every other week, maybe. About being on the main roster.
As Aaron says, he was doing some deals. Ooh, that sounds sketchy and sus.
What's it on Facebook?
The last time the WWE got hit with unicorn sprinkles, it didn't impact storylines or feuds that much. And Alita says, that's okay. What?
Yes,
you don't want to come hang out with us in 7-degree weather? Does your cold weather sound a lot better than ours?
Yeah, it's halfway between December and January. It's cold.
Mm-hmm. Unarchaeable.
He doesn't even have a neck.
He's a human bulldozer. Rosella's in the chat. Hey, Rosella. Says hi. Hi.
You got to imagine what kind of burritos he eats. How many burritos does he eat? And what kind of burritos?
Hopefully not burritos. Alita says got flu shot while I was in the hospital. Sophie says they probably already have backup plans for day 1 in case some of the matches can't happen.
Right.
This person got tested positive for unicorn sprinkles. Sweet.
Well, they could always just make it shorter and take that title match off and maybe make it the next Monday night or whenever they get better. Because sometimes it hits hard and sometimes it just doesn't, right? Like, I felt better probably 3 or 4 days later, but I don't know if I felt better enough to wrestle. But if I was in better shape, I probably would have been.
Right. Janelle Jackson is in the chat. Hey, Janelle.
Hey, Janelle. Thanks for joining us.
There's a lot of people not happy that Cody won the title.
Well, oh, really?
Well, boo-hoo-hoo for them.
I definitely like Cody. I like him as the champion.
I'm glad that Sammy Guevara doesn't have the title anymore. He's gotten too much heat, and I think that's kind of a reason why they took it off of him right now.
And she posted a bunch of photos with him, too. I don't know if you saw that on the gram, but they have a bunch of photos together.
Just them or with a group of people?
Well, there's a couple with a group, but yeah, it's just them.
Lolita says, a whole lot. Robbie says, nah, man, I don't want to freeze to death. That's not freezing to death. That's not like the Arctic.
We do have indoors. We don't live in a tent.
Sometimes.
I want to have a bonfire outside and then light off fireworks, but I don't think that's going to happen. Nobody likes me.
Oh, we can still light off fireworks. I'm cool with that.
Well, the fireworks, yeah, last year I did it, and you're like, let's go in. Like, I let off like 5.
It just depends on how many you want to do, I guess.
7,000.
Okay, well, last year it was on a night where people had to work the next day. Some people. Where this year it's on a Friday. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, who works on the 1st of January?
A lot of people do. I'm not saying like professional people who get up and put a suit on.
I told the old people across the street that I was doing it.
Okay, the old people across the street are up at that time, so it doesn't even matter.
I let my neighbors know.
Well,
the ones
let
I
them
respect.
all know. There's just kids across the street. What are they going to do? Act like old people?
They probably won't even be home till 2.
Exactly. Remy says, according to the storyline, Edge will be replaced Seth Rollins' Fatal 4 WWE Championship, and they win WWE Championship.
Huh?
Yeah?
They're going to replace him with Edge? Is that what he said?
It sounds like it.
Okay.
According to the storyline, Edge will be replaced Seth Rollins' Fatal 4 Championship. So basically that Edge will replace Seth Rollins.
Yes. Meg.
Death is happening in the front room. Sophie says it also depends on how long you have to quarantine for now. Mitzi says no one messes with Otis's horns.
Right when you get tested positive or you get a symptom, you go 10 days from that moment.
Yeah.
What's the curriculum? Uh-oh. Gable going one-on-one with Riddle. Riddle me this.
Mitzi says no one messes with Otis's horns, right? Vindicator's so on. Good holiday, people. Not much, Vindicator. How was your
ready.
Christmas?
Marching our way to day one.
Feels like a Liv Morgan kind of night.
It could be, since Becky's not here.
Alita says, why? Why what? Robbie says, I can't take this feud seriously. And why would you?
Otis looks like a cartoon character.
You want a free lesson from Master Gable.
Okay, we got another match now.
He's like the Master
You wreck
Vader,
yourself.
but he's Master Gable. Voltaire says, I work at the mall on the 1st. Yeah, see, there's people who work. Retail people.
I didn't know the mall was open on the 1st. That's cool.
Sophie says they did do a lot of Raw rewrites today, depending on who tested positive for unicorn sprinkles. Janelle says, I don't think it's a smart idea for WWE to stop testing their talent and staff for unicorn sprinkles.
Yeah, they're just going to once a week. They're still testing.
They're still going
once
to
a
test.
week is
it's
still
just
a
once
bunch.
a week instead of twice. Once a week is probably a lot better and a lot easier and a lot cheaper than doing 2 times. It gets expensive after a while, guys.
Yeah, and they probably do it in their corporate headquarters too. And so they probably have 1,000 people that they have to test.
Robbie says, RK Bro have overcooked their gimmick. Nah, it's just going in a weird direction. Sophie says, so if someone is booked for day 1 and they tested positive, they can't work until 2 weeks later?
10 days.
Not 14.
It's 10 days. It's 14 if you're in contact with somebody and you haven't tested positive. It's 10 if you've tested positive or have symptoms.
Yeah, because you got to get the symptoms. And that's why the 14-day quarantine gives you a chance to get the symptoms and stuff. Alita says, my sister's out till Christmas then.
Next year?
Christmas or New Year's? Or...
2022?
She's out for the year.
She's out for 365.
She's out. Chris Akane says, hey guys, hey Chris. Ian Glazer's in the chat says, do you like my new logo? Yeah, it's cool. I can't really see it, but...
Is it... Which one's his?
Ian. It's right under Chris right there.
Looks like somebody standing in the sun.
Like very sparkly. Janelle says, I went
Love
to
it.
go pick up my PS5 on Christmas Eve. I know of people chasing me out of GameStop. I'm glad I made it home safe and sound.
So did you order it there and then you got to pick it up, or did you have to... How does that work? Or did they just happen to have some in stock? I noticed the Xbox S is in stock pretty much everywhere, but the X is not yet, and the PS5 is not yet.
Why would people be chasing you for a PS5?
They'll steal it from you. They'll probably jack you.
That's why people need guns, so you can shoot them if they try to steal it from you.
Oh my! You don't shoot people for stealing from you.
Yeah, you do.
No, you
beat
don't.
Beat them with a stick, too.
That's fine, but you don't.
No, you shoot them and then beat them with a stick.
Like a pinata. You
yes,
hang
like a pinata.
Hang them up and start beating them. Like, I got a hole in my leg. Now you're gonna have a hole in your heart.
Bitch. Steal my PS5, asshole. Alita says you keep buffering. That might be on your end for your internet.
I don't have mine.
I haven't had any problems with our stuff yet. Roberto Lozano's in the chat, though. Hey, Roberto says, hello. It's the last of Raw for 2021. It is. Ian's like Slipknot DJ logo. Ah, cool.
Oh, that's what it is.
Vindicator says, I thought Riddle being with the legendary Orton allowed him to graduate from being an ignoramus. It does not. It actually gives him the ability to be more of an ignoramus because you have Randy Orton, the serious one.
Yes.
Evens out. Janelle says, do you think if unicorn sprinkles didn't exist, the world wouldn't be crazy? I think
no, the
that
world
it's
would
fine
always
that
be
it
crazy.
exists.
But
It's just that people need to stop giving it so much attention.
I feel like there's a lot more keyboard warriors nowadays, though. But yeah, other than that, other than more people on the internet having fights over the
Stupid
weirdest things they could possibly think of. And they make up terms nowadays. And I'm like, wait, you can't, no, that's not hate. Hate means you want somebody dead or beaten. That's what hate is. I mean, look in the Bible what hate means. It literally means killed. Nowadays it means, oh, I don't like that. That's hate. No, that's not hate.
Hate is a very strong word.
Yes.
I've told that for a long time. Sophie says all movies or TV shows have to be woke now to please everybody, or else people will be upset for some reason.
Because it's hate.
I am upset because it is woke. That's what offends me and makes me upset. Robbie's like, RK Bro is sour like bad milk. Like buttermilk?
Ew.
Janelle says, I went to pick up the PS5, and I guess it was a whole lot of people waiting for a whole bunch of them, but I had got the last one.
Oh, shit. That's
awesome. First come, first serve, my man. First come, first serve.
I love it.
Alita says, my bad till Saturday.
Get your game on. So
New
when you
Year's,
get that, do you just have one remote and kind of like, you have to pay $70 for another remote, and then you got to go buy the games for $70 a piece? Is it kind of a pain in the butt to own it already? I feel like that's what it would be like.
That's my question, is the fact if it plays old games.
It does.
Because if it plays old games, and it's not such a big deal to invest in it, like PS4 games
that's
or
it.
stuff
Yeah,
like that.
that's as far back as it goes. But yeah, because
I think that they should play all the old games because that's why you upgrade a gaming system.
Right. I think that some of them turn the opposite way, the disc, and that's why when they changed it.
Yeah, it's dumb. Anyways, we do have a match, guys.
We do. Gable's trying to dislocate Riddle's knee.
Stuff. He's having fun.
Old Chad.
He's giving him a lesson in the Alpha Academy.
Look at this. He is basically just proving that he's a better offensive player. And in the meantime, he's ripping ligaments and tearing cartilage. All sorts of damage.
Alpha Academy! Alita says, my bad till Saturday. So she's laid out quarantine until New Year's Day. Well, that's a sucky asshole. You guys could FaceTime drink together.
Yeah, that's facts.
Sophie says...
That's no fun, though.
I know, but you're still having time and spending time with him, I guess. Sophie says if Becky can't work day one because she either tested positive or is close to someone, that will stink. Sophie says you should watch Death to 2021 on Netflix. It is hilarious. Ravi says, D, this isn't Grand Theft Auto. This is real life. Haha. No, Ravi, shit like that happens in real life. Just because in the UK they don't allow you to have guns doesn't mean that it doesn't happen.
That you shoot somebody and hang them up and beat them with a stick? Mm-hmm. That does not happen.
It does too. It happens all the time.
Doesn't even happen in a movie.
It happens in real life. People get shot all the time. I don't know what you guys are talking about.
And picked up and beaten with a stick?
They could be beat with a stick at the same time.
All right, Gable all the way up top. Oh, no. I don't know what's happening. Who's got the offense here?
Something stupid happened. And
all right, he's going to tap. He's got him in the angle lock. Riddle's going to tap. No, Riddle rolls him through. Like a little arm drag almost. Gable has been leading this match the whole time with his offense. Oh, shit. Riddle lands on his feet. Big knee. If he lands this.
Ian says it's Greg Jones from Slipknot. Cool. So
1, 2, 3. So Gable was winning that whole match. Riddle pulled 2 moves out. That's a Darby Allin type finish.
Except for it's not Coffee.
Oh, shit. Otis took
Otis
him
made
out.
sure he couldn't walk away.
Randy ain't getting in there. You notice he ain't in a hurry to get in there. He's taking it. He's got his jacket half off. He's like, I'll get in there. I ain't scared of you, fat boy.
Fat boy like, come on. Get in here. I like ham. Janelle says I went to go see the new Spider-Man. I wish I didn't do that. A guy came into the theater and spoiled the movie for everybody. And everybody was like, why would you do that?
What? Like he came in and just said what happens?
Do you talk the whole... It's like...
Or was he just talking the whole time? Or did he literally come in and just start screaming what happened?
Yeah, I mean, how did he spoil it? You got to give us more info on that. By the way, Sophie, did you happen to go see Spider-Man, or did you end up not doing that? Sophie says Lacey Evans teased that she is returning to the WWE soon, as she should be. Robbie says Travis, my mate, had the PS5 since it first came out.
Nice.
Well, I am just not rich like all those people, and I just don't
it's
feel
not about
that
richness.
It seems to be like a thing that you need. It's so weird.
I mean, if I can get my hands on it, I'll buy one. But I'm not going to go out of my way to buy it. I'm going to pay retail sticker price.
No, you're not going to pay $800 for
Right.
it.
I'll pay $500.
Whatever. This shit better be like $350, $400, maybe max.
The Xbox S is $400 max.
Yeah, they're too expensive. They all need to be brought down in price. It's fucking ridiculous.
Do you know what they do? It's like a computer system.
It doesn't matter. It's too much money.
Okay, you sound like an old person.
I understand that, but it's ridiculous amount of money to pay for something like that.
Right, because you're thinking of maybe only playing games with it. How much is a Blu-ray player?
Nobody buys Blu-rays anymore, hon.
Okay, DVD,
these
whatever.
These kids that are buying these don't have Blu-ray discs. They don't give a shit. The most that they
you need
use
to
it
answer
for,
the question.
The most that
so
they probably use it for is gaming, online gaming, and then they might put their apps on it so that they can use it as like an extended phone.
A streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
For all their streaming devices. It's all in one place.
Which is dumb because they just get smart TVs to do the same fucking shit.
Yeah, because they want to spend $2,000 on a TV.
They don't cost $2,000 for a smart TV. Anyways, Vindicator says, good. I miss Lacey, and Liv and Lacey tag team would be awesome. No, do not put Lacey in a tag team. She better come back as a singles wrestler.
Right, I would like to see her as a singles wrestler, but that would be an interesting dynamic because you'd have the crybaby with the leader.
The southern lady who tells everybody to kiss off.
Oh, bless your heart.
Ian says that Christmas Day I got an AEW Kenny Omega toy. Sweet, man.
Hey, that's
Alita
sick.
says
I want
she
one of
was
those.
supplying. What was your sister supplying?
The beer.
Oh, she was supplying the alcohol. Oh, well, that's a shitty shit deal. She could probably just do a drive-by. Drop it off for you. Sophie says if they do cancel or change a match for day one, hopefully they have a good storyline reason to explain it. Robbie says there is no point buying games for $70. Who does that? Alita says it does. And Sophie says it took my mom a long time to get me a PS5. I got it like a few weeks after my B-Day. Alita says Riddle wins. Ian says 13 WWE toys. Sophie says the new Spider-Man movie is awesome.
13? That's sick. Do you have the ring? I don't have a ring, but I do have a bunch of them. I think I have about 15 of those guys.
Janelle says he just started shouting out everything that happens in the movie. I think I would probably get up and leave.
Or punch him.
I would get up, leave. This isn't Grand Theft Auto, Travis. We just don't go around beating people in the movie theater for yelling.
That's not Grand Theft Auto. That's called just punching somebody in the face.
We don't just go around hitting people.
I do.
You go out and you talk to the manager and say, there is somebody in this theater who's yelling about the movie, and I don't want to hear them yell about it. Is there a possibility I could come back at another time to watch the movie since I paid for it? Right. Just go talk to somebody politely. Don't be a Karen about it if you want to go that far.
It's hard as shit to get all that taken care of, though. And plus, what if you had to take time off work? What if you don't? It's so inconvenient.
So instead, you should be inconvenienced by the dipshit who's in the fucking movie theater yelling out what happened.
Just tape him up. Mm-hmm. Tape him to the seat. Tape his mouth closed. Put a sock in it. Somebody's got dirty ass socks on. Put it in his mouth. You ain't seen that shit on Grand Theft Auto. Dirty sock treatment. All right. Well, anyways, we got Otis and Orton. It's starting now. Like, the match is actually happening. They didn't do any build up to it other than just told us it was going to happen.
That is.
He could be RKOable.
Yeah. Megs, shut up. Vindicator says, I'm surprised Otis can stuff a bunch of meat and potatoes in that tiny little mouth. Sophie says, I hate when someone spoils a movie while I watch it. Ian says, goodbye, guys. Bye, Ian. Thanks for stopping in and telling us about your WWE toys. Alita says, I watched the other ones. Ian says, see you later, guys. Ramit says, according to the sources, DDP insists John Morrison join All Elite Wrestling.
That'd be cool. I'm okay with that.
Robbie says, D, don't waste your money, crap. Then you can buy a PS5.
Yeah. Don't waste your money on crap.
Don't waste my money on crap.
Oh, shit.
Sophie says, I watch stuff on Peacock, Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, and sometimes Amazon Prime. Vindicator says, I love having a ridiculous amount of money and spending a minimal amount of it at a time. Because you're like, I really need 5 PS5s. Robbie says, now I might actually play his games on it. Crazy idea, I know. Yeah, like, what the fuck? That's what gaming systems are for, is to play games on.
I use my 4 quite a bit, more than I'd like to, but it's winter. I have nothing to do outside. I got to start doing stuff inside, I guess. All right, here it comes.
You gonna try it again? It's gonna happen?
He's not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. Big power slam down. Randy's back's broken.
Vindicator's like, Tony Storm is a crybaby, Travis, not Liv. Alita says, mine was 600, and yes. Vindicator says, Liv hasn't cried in over a month plus. Lies.
She cries all
Vindicator,
the time.
fucking lies. Lie.
Well, they haven't had her on TV enough, but didn't she cry when she was whacking somebody with a kendo stick?
Yeah, she did. Yeah,
there it is!
He got him.
There it is! 1, 2, 3. Otis, his first loss in a long time.
He got the RKO. Thanks to Chad. Chad
Alpha Academy, it's time to just move on because they both lost.
Alita says, I will order it. Ian says, funny man. Sophie says February is where a lot of free agents could show up anywhere that they wanted. Robbie says, D, why are you stealing my lines? Get your own. No, I'm stealing Grand Theft Auto lines all over the place, and I'm going to use it on everything, even stupid stuff like that. This isn't Grand Theft Auto, Robbie. You can't just go around stealing people's lines.
Lord.
Sean Gordon's in the chat.
Hey,
Sean. Hi.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Sophie says, this Spider-Man movie, I would see it again whenever it hits regular TV or Disney+. Ramit says, according to sources, Liv Morgan will be next year in highest paid wrestler of All Elite after Adam Cole. Oh, yeah?
There you go. Sign him up. Are we off the air?
Maybe.
Anything pop up?
I haven't seen the OBS. It came back up.
Is it? I don't feel like it's moving. Randy's gonna RKO him. This is the perfect time. They need to add a match to day 1, maybe. Just have Randy RKO him right now.
Yeah.
Especially if they have to replace that big E match for the title. They got to do it with a pretty big match. Fuck. He's like, fuck. There's the
hug of gross.
He's going to do it. No.
He says that.
There, no! He faked him out.
He was going to give him an old RK. Vindicator says, that's right, Travis. Use your words instead of your fists, just as you guys criticize Liv for not doing. She still doesn't know how to do it. Ian's like, you have a dog?
We have 3 of them.
We have 3 dogs.
We have 3 of them with a grand total of 8 legs.
Figure that map out.
We got 2 that have really good 2-wheel drive.
Alita says, I would get the whole theater in it. Right? Like, you would have to have everybody in the theater, like, literally kick his ass and shove him out the door. Right. That's the only way it would happen, but everybody's such a pansy ass now. Everybody's got their phones out and, ooh, I'll record you. You'll get in trouble. Janelle says, with 2 things that you do not want to see WWE do in 2022, Mind our releases and don't give Charlotte the title. She already has
Charlotte already is the champion.
So she probably will continue to be the champion. She will be the champion in 2022 because day one she's going to go into it as a champion.
Yeah, she'll start the year a champion. We don't know if she'll leave. And we don't even know if she has a match. Unless they added it.
That's true. I don't know if she does either.
Because she beat Toni Storm. I mean, I guess they could redo that match at day one.
Yeah, that'd be weird.
But Charlotte dominated the whole entire match. Trying to think, what do you not want to see in WWE?
A lot of it.
Johnny Gargano.
According to everybody, he's going to AEW, so I don't have to worry about that. I just have to grit my teeth through that garbage now. Robbie says, living rent-free in Dee's head. Robbie, she doesn't. I wouldn't even have brought her up except for everybody else talks about this stupid bitch. So I have to read your comments. You're making comments about her. Vindicator makes comments about her. If Luke was in here, he'd be making comments about her. Well, Tara says, I'm going to Florida tomorrow afternoon. I'm getting away from the cold.
Right. Good for you. That's what I need.
Robbie says, lagging. Yeah. Sophie says, you were frozen on my side for a second there.
Yeah, mine too. So.
Yeah. Robbie says, LOL. Vin, you don't get the joke, do you? Sophie's like, Riddle versus Orton at Mania. Because Vindicator said, I like having Liv in my head, Robbie. Alita says, no one. Vindicator says, I do, but I still like having Liv in my head. Alita says, well, no. No one will know. Sophie says, this is their version of hugging it out like Team Hell No did all those years ago.
Long time ago.
Robbie says, Sophie with matches like that, I'm glad I don't pay for WWE pay-per-views. Chris Lacani says Randy was going to RKO Riddle.
Yeah, right. He faked him out. I was like, there it is.
Sophie says, it seems like for Friday's show, they keep flip-flopping on what they want to do with it. Robbie's like, Vin, LOL, you joker. Vin with a dirty mind. Yeah, at least he didn't say on. He said in, which was good. Sophie says, I don't believe that the WWE is going to leave Charlotte Flair off of their first Saturday pay-per-view to start 2022.
Right, yeah, I don't see it either.
Nope. Nopety nope nopes.
So now it just looks like they're going to have an actual SmackDown on Friday.
Did you watch that video that Alita sent through Instagram?
I did not. Yeah, it looks like there's an actual SmackDown this Friday.
It's on FS1.
12/24. So it's a repeat.
Oh, so they're just gonna repeat what they did on.
Right. So let's go to 31 and see if they're doing an actual show.
Why is that on Thursday? They're not even on Friday.
Oh, well,
that's fucking weird.
I don't know why it changed, but now I don't know what channel that was. Recall. I can't hit recall.
142, maybe? No.
Yeah. Okay,
That's
there it
still
is.
that presents.
Okay, so it's the same thing.
Go back to 31. What's on there?
I will.
Is it the New Year's Eve stuff or not?
No, they're not doing one. A lot of channels aren't doing it. One's doing it from Tennessee instead of New York like they used to.
Them.
So anyways, that's that. Then oh, there's words.
Seth Rollins won the most decorated champions ever. He is a Grand Slam champion, the first ever NXT champion, and the only superstar to cash in a Money in the Bank contract during the main event of WrestleMania.
Yeah, I think he did that when Brock was wrestling Roman, and then he pinned Roman.
That's funny.
Dude, I paused it, and that won't let me fast forward it. So it looks like they're still planning the match. They keep talking about it. But that would also be just to sell tickets / pay-per-views.
Okay. I'm going to see what's on.
Okay. You do realize that there's wrestling on.
They're doing a fucking recap.
Do the people at home know?
Hey, people at home, they're doing a recap of what happened with Bobby Lashley and those guys last Monday. It's weird.
Absolutely nothing. Dateline.
That is Thursday.
Why does it keep going back?
So who's doing... So they're going to do the Dick Clark's Primetime New Year's.
Yes, I was going to watch that one. And then it comes back on right there.
In New York, as they should. Because it's amazing.
And then
they're going to do Miley Cyrus one with Pete Davidson. That should be a garbage joke.
Right. Although that Pete Davidson can be pretty funny. Anyways, and then here's the Nashville Bash on CBS.
Huh. NYE Live? What does that even mean? New York what?
I don't know.
Why is it part 2? Oh. This was part 1.
So they can start it early. It's going to be a party.
They're like, hey, you know what? We should start it early.
They start at 7 our time.
7
so 9 o'clock Eastern.
It's 9 o'clock Eastern time. That's funny. Let's see. Anyways, Sophie says, I don't believe that the WWE is going to leave Charlotte Flair off of... Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That Jenna L says, I feel Sasha Banks has to be the one to take the title from Charlotte to get her big WrestleMania moment. Because Sasha Banks' WrestleMania moment is way overdue.
She has never won at WrestleMania, if I'm remembering.
Well,
I think she's like 0-6 or something at WrestleMania.
Right. Because he can't come because he quarantined for Unicorn. Robbie says, I never comments about Liv. Alita says, did you get my video? That was what I was asking about. Pepper Owens says, I will be finally WWE champion ever since my loss at the Universal Championship nearly 6 years ago. Janelle says, I'm going to Liv Morgan fanboy and my heart will be pounding when she wins at day 1. Well, hopefully you guys don't get disappointed if she loses and cries.
It'll be interesting if they put the title on her. It would just be weird, in my opinion.
It would be the dumbest thing, but whatever. So if it's like maybe they do some sort of tag match with Charlotte Flair. Robbie says, Alita, what's that? The video of you sing karaoke? Haha. Alita says, it's going to be in Nashville, New Year. Sophie says, why they keep changing their minds about Friday's SmackDown. They didn't. Travis was just on the wrong day.
Yeah, it was a rerun.
So the SmackDown on Friday is still that presents on FS1. Vindicator says, and Spawn will drag her partner's credibility way down. Alita says, no, Ravi. And Vindicator says, WWE posting up facts to make up for the lack of no trivia from
Kevin Owens is the only guy there.
Okay, it is not Friday. It's Monday. No trivia on Mondays, you freakoids. He's like, even when I have COVID, I show up.
Your name's Kevin? Kevin has changed his name now.
He can't have the name Kevin.
He has 1 week.
Oh, that's mean.
I don't like it. Change it. You have 1 week.
Do you say him and Seth
Yeah,
are best friends?
and as such... Did you see it? Not Kevin? I think Kevin Owens is on crack.
He's like, I asked Edge for some drugs. It worked out real well.
Edge got him from Jeff Hardy before he left. He's like, dude, you can't just leave.
Your name is Bert.
Bert. I'm taking this. He took his hanky and then threw it at him. I'm taking this. Yeah, you can keep it.
Poor Bert.
Oh, Bert.
Poor Bert.
Fatal 4-way. I think Big E still retains on that one.
With that 4-way, yeah.
I feel like they'll do something else with some other of the guys.
Yeah, it'll be weird. Anyway, Sophie says, I thought SmackDown was a best of show. Now it seems like it's going to be a regular episode. They better confirm it. Else a lot of fans will be missing out on SmackDown. No,
Dana Brooke.
Pretty sure it's still that.
Representing that title. It's her first title, so she's
Best
like
of
wearing
show.
it normal and everything. She's like, I got my belt.
She's like, look, I've got Reggie with me too.
Mm-hmm. It was a tag team match.
Sophie says
R
the
Truth
Miley
and
Cyrus
Tamina.
one you can watch on both NBC and Peacock. Alita says repeat. Robbie says, check out Big E with a drip that shirt, Mazza. Vindicator's like, horrible shirt, Big E. Elita's like, actually 8. Sophie says, I think Charlotte missed a few pay-per-views over the years for different reasons. Robbie says D is excited for day 1.
I think she missed WrestleMania this year.
Sophie says they still could do a regular episode of SmackDown and the best of at the same time if they wanted to, like most shows do. I was like, D's fave, Dana Brooke rolling tonight. And Chris says, Dana Brooke!
Old Dana.
R-Truth and Tamina, huh?
Yes. Should be interesting. Does that mean that R-Truth's a heel?
I'm not sure.
Or are they just going baby faces? You know that they're missing talent when you see this match. They're going into the very back end of Titus Catering
They're
for
like,
this one.
well, we have you guys just kind of run around like weirdos, about this title. Let's have you actually have a real match. Okay.
They love having Mandy as champion. They're like, hey, let's do an ad. Okay, Mandy right in the middle. And go. All right, I'll watch.
Wear sexy clothes.
I'll watch.
Wear your sexy clothes.
Every man in America just said, oh, I'm going to watch that. What is that? I don't even know what that is. And why is it all shiny?
They'd have to be watching their wrestling
That's true.
station right now to even see it. Otherwise, they wouldn't even have a clue.
You don't want Titus running. You know what happens if he runs? He slides under the ring when he trips. Mm-hmm. Hey, it's Titus. He's out of catering, doing commercials.
Showing the guy the periodic table.
When he's doing commercials, he brings his own food. He's like, I gotta bring the catering. I'm like, dude, you work for us. We cater it. Well, I gotta bring my own catering.
That's funny. Vindicator says maybe Dana deserves a women's title short after Liv, hopefully against Liv. Yeah, that sounds like a really great idea.
Who would even tune in to watch that?
Oh my God, we would have to because of our show. But I would sit here the whole time like this. Oh my fucking God, is this actually happening? Oh, this is dumb fucking
Can you imagine how
Can
botchy that would be?
to do?
I couldn't even imagine how botchy that would be.
Sophie says at least the SmackDown brand only have house shows before day 1, but they actually have a whole week off since they taped last week's episode of SmackDown the previous week.
Yeah, and then they canceled all their house shows. They just canceled their last one in Canada, the one that was Trish Stratus was supposed to host. I think it was on the 30th.
Oh, yeah?
And they're going to redo that one in March.
Huh. Robbie says Dana Brooke and Reg finished their dinner at Titus Catering and thought time to do a bit of work. Ha ha. Alita says, I have to share with football. Oh, yeah, it's Monday night. That's why we aren't going to see P-Cola, probably.
Oh, I guess
He's
I could
probably
turn on football.
watching
Who's playing the game?
Who's on the Monday Night Football tonight? Robbie says D would defo watch that. No, Robbie, I wouldn't. I seriously might actually just get up and leave.
It'd be a tough one.
I just be like, I'm taking my Vindicator 10-minute break.
Oh, is it already on there?
Oh my God. Demi Lovato's
Info.
alien encounter. Oh my fucking God.
Oh, maybe there is no Monday Night Football. So you're over? I don't see anything.
Over?
Well, do you see a game?
It's
It would be on now.
December.
Well, they could be in the playoffs. No, I don't think the playoffs are already started.
It's not on these stations.
Well, it was last week. That's why it's on this channel. I got to figure out how to get to ESPN. There it is. Hey, it's the Finns.
Yeah, and the Saints. Nolans.
It's my fish. What happened over there? Why is there showing... Did I turn that channel on accident?
I don't think so.
Oh, it's on Peacock. Rumbling, bumbling, stumbling. Somebody's not an athlete. Poor 88 right there, and for the Dolphins is what you would call a non-athlete. Watch this jump at the end. he got about,
I made it!
Look, he got about 3 inches off the ground.
It's like parkour. Parkour.
That's what we call ground bound.
So the problem with best of shows is not that many people tune into watching it. Yeah, we probably won't be watching it.
I'm not going to be watching it.
Vindicator says Dolphins versus Saints. Ramit says, where is I Find Liv Forever, Liv Morgan documentary? I don't know, Ramit. Why don't you ask Vindicator?
Look on
he knows
Peacock.
Everything about
It's on Peacock.
About it.
They have the Liv Morgan special.
The canceled dates of the tour affects their schedule for next year. Football only have 1 month left. Robbie says we have Monday Night Football in the UK too. That's stupid. Is yours with a soccer ball? Chris says Veer, and Alita says Miami and New Orleans. Nolans. It's Nolans.
The Dolphins quarterback is trash. He played for Alabama, and he was garbage there. And then they took him in the first round. Look, I mean, he just fumbled right there. That's funny. I just brought it up, and then he fumbles. But anyways, yeah.
Poor Archer. I don't know what he's trying to do, come in front of her or whatever. He keeps touching her. I'm not sure she's enjoying that.
I like her jacket. Not sure I'd wear it, but it's still pretty cool. Tina Brooke holding up the belt like it's prestigious.
It's prestigious.
It's the I-95 South. Come on.
R-Truth calls it. Robbie says, I thought you were going to sing along for R-Truth's theme tune.
We would if Tamina wouldn't have broke it up. What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
You can get with this, or you can get with that.
At least it's something that's catchy. Robbie's like, it's not called soccer, it's football. It's soccer. You have a little black and white ball that you guys run around and kick.
Cristiano Ronaldo is the only guy I know. Besides, what's the other one? Mark Messier or something like that. Or was that
I know
hockey?
What their names are.
Who's Mark Messier? I think that's hockey. There's
Reggie and R-Truth.
There is another really good soccer player.
Yeah.
But I can never remember his name. Mark Messier.
That's why
it is Mark Messier. I'm pretty sure it's Mark Messier.
Oh, poor Reggie looks like Ronald McDonald.
He does. He's dressed just like him. R-Truth getting sexy like Big E. Reginald Kip-Ups.
Not sure what that
That's
was.
how he gets out of bed in the morning.
Is it?
Whoa!
Vindicator says, I actually like Tamina's coat and gear. She looks more serious the last couple of years than all the time they wasted her the years before that. Now it's too late for her to connect with the fans. She ran off and had babies.
Just put her up against Liv.
Maybe she could help her cry. So it's like, which sport has more fans? Baseball, hockey, football, soccer, wrestling.
Soccer. It's not even close.
Yeah, I would say soccer because it's world global.
And just in America on that, it's football. But if we're talking worldwide, it's / football soccer.
Robbie says Lionel Messi. That's his name. Whatever. Vindicator's like, oh, at this battle of the dreadlocks. Yeah, battle.
Does R-Truth have dreadlocks?
Reggie and R-Truth.
I didn't know R-Truth had dreadlocks. I guess I don't pay attention to people. I really don't.
Why would you?
I could barely even tell you if
I don't even know if it's dreadlocks.
R-Truth wears shorts or not. I've seen him wrestle once a week for 2 years. I have no idea if he wears shorts. I'm pretty sure they're black pants, aren't they?
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of his ring gear.
They're
shorts.
They're like, not shorts. They're like
shorts. He's got knee pads
below
on.
His knees. Or whatever.
Aren't those the knee pads?
Oh, maybe. I don't think so.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. But it's shorts.
Wait, you can't wrestle a girl.
She was trying to get away.
Who is the quarterback for Arlen's? Who's 16? Who is that? Does it say his
Drew
name?
Brees.
No, he retired.
Drew Brees.
Reginald pinned R-Truth.
Oh, man. What the hell? Drew Brees.
Anyways, if it's the kid from here, he's from here.
Drew Brees.
It's not Drew Brees. It's Drew Brees.
Drew Brees.
Tamina's all sorts upset.
She's like, "You ruined everything. Everything!" He's like, "R-Truth is 24/7.
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
R-Truth ducked
almost
it.
got him.
Just in the nick of time.
Oh, God. Run away. Oh, shit.
Everybody's ducking it. Dana Brooks with her finesse moves against the...
She's like, I have to do my
power
gymnastic move. Boing, boing, boing. Boingity, boing, boing.
Dana has a lot happening upstairs, doesn't she?
She's very top heavy.
Oh, I was so upset about this match.
Right?
Zelina Vega should have found a way to win this.
She should have. She should have, like, stabbed her or something. Just kidding. Sophie says, did Dana Brooke get lost in the back because she finally made TV?
I think that's because everybody else is hurt.
Or broken, or unicorn sprinkles, quarantined. Alita says soccer. Yeah.
Does
and
anybody...
Robbie says Dana Brooke is fighting like she's a character from the PS1 game Tekken.
Does anybody know who number 16 is on the Saints? Can you read that name?
Polk, poke, rope, dope, dork, book, hook,
Can't
duck,
see it there either.
rook.
Maybe here, right there.
Book.
Bush?
Book.
Book, huh?
Book.
I don't
It's
know who
Book.
that is. That's not from Pocatello.
It's Book. Drew Brees.
Drew Brees. Poor Saints.
Oh, Nikki ASH is talking. Chris says, message to Lakers. Sophie says, thoughts on the Dave Matthews Band? That's my mom's fave band.
Nothing wrong with that.
They're okay. They
I heard a story about these people that were going to a Dave Matthews concert. And how did it happen? Did they saw a guy riding his bicycle, that's right, and his bicycle broke down. So they stopped and picked him up.
Oh, yeah.
And come to find out, it was freaking Dave Matthews. And he had like a flat tire on his bike, so they threw it in the back and they took him to the concert, and they got to go to dinner with him afterward. Like, they just basically hung out with him.
That's funny. Street Profits. Robbie
No!
says, what a pointless match. Ha ha ha. Chris is like, Dana wins. Alita's like, retired. Sophie says, I was talking about American sports. Who has the most fans?
It's football.
Chris Akane says, Nikki ass. And Robbie says, D, all your thumbs up friends are on Raw tonight. Who? I don't know who you're talking about. Sophie says, for a while, I used to watch soccer. Alita says, I don't remember who the Saints football quarterback is. Vindicator says, I miss the NXT version of Nikki, so hardcore and reckless.
So her tag team partner down in NXT told me to go fuck myself. I have it. I have a screenshot of it. That's the guy that told me to go fuck off.
Who's tag team partner?
Nikki ASH. She was in a group called Sanity.
Oh, okay.
And there was two of them. The shorter one, Eric Young, is the one. He told me to go fuck off.
That guy's a loser.
I'm like, he's a wrestler. She's like, not a very good one. I was like, well, he was in WWE, but he got fired. She's like, yeah, that's it. But yeah, just like a couple days ago, he told me to go fuck off.
He didn't like your reaction to his complaining.
Well,
it hurt his feel bad.
You don't have to live here, you know?
You have choices. You do have choices. They're like, I don't have any fucking choices. Sophie said, I used to watch the old NXT when it was only a game show. Robbie says, haha, LOD loving Raw tonight. Am I? Am I, though?
Who doesn't love Raw every night?
Alita says, nope. And Sophie says, yesterday marked a year since Brody Lee passed away.
Yeah.
Vindicator
right
says, old Eric Young, tolling away in Impact.
Yeah, telling Travis at home to fuck off.
Actually, he told Wrestling Gab to fuck off.
Whatever, but I was. So Wrestling Gab gotta go.
There's so many of those I'd like to make comments on, and then I'm like, oh wait, I'm under the Wrestling Gab one. I better not do it.
I do it all the time. I'm like, any publicity is better than no publicity.
I'm like,
see, like I could put that up as a news story. That's what they do. They just take shit and then they look at this asshole. Oh wait, that's us. We're the asshole.
Ray's like, D, I can see and hear the excitement on your face and voice. Sure you can.
She's just waiting for the crowd to pop when Liv comes out.
So exciting.
Because Becky's not there, so how are they going to pull that off? They're just going to have Liv come out or have a sit down. And then Becky have a sit down.
I might have to borrow your ramen blanket.
Oh, you getting chilly?
A little, yeah.
Well, the Street Profits are in the ring waiting for action.
They are.
They're waiting for Rey and his son.
They're waiting for Rey and his diaper baby. Rey the diaper baby and his baby to come out.
It's August 19th.
Sophie says my mom went to a Dave Matthews Band. Sorry. And she got so hot, she spent the entire concert in the nurse's office. Well, that's really shitty.
That's really shitty. I didn't even know they had nurses' offices at concerts.
Yeah, they have, like, medical tents and shit.
What the fuck? I've been to concerts my whole life. Never knew that.
Because you never had to go. Why would you know anything if you... West Ham. West Ham is in the soccer crap. West Ham.
West Ham. It's next to East Ham.
West Ham.
It's
West
Chelsea
Ham.
versus Liverpool.
Liverpool.
It's Liverpool.
West Ham.
It reeks of chamber pots.
Alina's like, but you are a WWE employee. Sophie says one of her former Sanity members is her husband.
Who are we talking about?
Nikki ASH. Nikki ASH. Alina's like, wow.
Her husband's
like,
Dane.
West Ham.
Killian.
They're from East London.
Killian.
West Ham.
West Ham.
Ham. They're parts of pigs. They're parts of a pig.
They're going to wrestle?
I swear.
Why
they're
are
all
they
brothers.
coming? Why are they coming if they're not going to rap? They're leaving their microphones at home?
It's a special appearance. I have no idea.
Universal Championship, that's going to be a
They
good one.
look like they're brothers, though. They seriously do.
Roman was pulled from all shows.
Yeah. Couldn't imagine why.
The weakened immune system.
That's what I said. I couldn't imagine why. He's got the leukemia. Sophie says wrestlers of every promotion are sensitive. If they get criticized about anything, they get heartbroken.
Who cares?
I really don't care about his feelings.
I honestly don't care.
His response was like almost more childish than Liv crying. But not quite.
Like
Almost.
Like really?
Sophie says, I think it
like, dude, watch your mouth or I'll beat you up. That's what I should have put back. All these wrestlers, they're just little guys. I will punch you in the face. Put some gloves on. We can do some celebrity boxing in my backyard.
But it wasn't just him. It was like other people were making like comments too. Like,
yeah, the other people's were normal. Like real responses. Like, just because we don't agree with something, we should leave. Like, no, of course not. But it was to be a dick to him, not, I don't care about your guys' replies.
right?
They were actually making sense. His was, fuck off. Like, dude, come on. Use your big words.
I hope your leg falls off. That's what I wanted to type back. Well, maybe your leg will just fall off now.
So obviously,
maybe you should go to Venezuela and see how their medical care is.
They're definitely plugging the SmackDown stuff, which I figured they would since they don't have a lot of talent.
Yeah, they have to do some kind of... They always have a little blurb for SmackDown anyways during Raws now. But yeah. Robbie says they are known as the Hammers. They have a double machine blowing bubbles at their games.
No, that's...
How does that anything to do with hammers?
I don't know.
Are you
but
freaking
that's
kidding
awesome.
me? So they're just like, okay, we got bubbles, man.
Don't tell me you don't want a double
bastards.
bubble machine. I would have bubbles in my backyard 24/7.
Oh, yes. If I had a bubble machine blowing bubbles, a double bubble machine or whatever, blowing bubbles outside, it'd be cool. But if you're going to be known as the Hammers and you have bubbles, pretty sure that doesn't make you very tough.
The Hammer of Thor.
Bubbles! It's like the fucking fish in Finding Nemo. Bubbles! Bubbles! Their mascots all playing in bubbles! Bubbles! I'm freaking out. Having no idea where it's at. Hello, person from another country.
Hello, Governor.
X. I will call you X. For your first name, I cannot pronounce. Neosync.site. Whatever that means.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
But thanks for being in here. I'm sorry I'm unable to say your name. Do you have a shortened English type name that I can use for you, like Max or John? Robbie says, but that's what they do as part of their gimmick, D. Well, it's a stupid gimmick. Do they play in the bubbles? Are they like all up in the bubbles? Like the fish on Finding Nemo? Because that would be funny.
Sean Payton's still the coach in New Orleans. But he lost his quarterback.
Drew Brees. Vindicator says Travis are okay with Lesnar becoming champion and being absent from TV for 2 months at a time as a greedy mercenary.
Absolutely. I love that. Because it makes it more important when he shows up. I don't think he should have the champion on all the time. Now, how they did it with Roman, it worked because they had him there, but in segments.
Wasn't wrestling.
But he didn't wrestle.
He wasn't he was just being a leader and being a douche.
Right. And that's fine too. So the way they did it with Roman is a great way to do it. The way they do it with Brock is another fantastic way to do it. I like it. I thought there was a match.
There isn't a match. It's stupid. I don't know.
The Street Profits came out like a half hour ago.
Well, they have to wait for their.
Can you imagine how sore your feet would be? Ford's like, fuck that. I'm laying down.
He's not using his feet. Sophie says the problem with having pay-per-views on Saturdays is what happens if you work on Saturday night. You might be missing out on the pay-per-view that night. Sophie, they don't care about workers. Oh, and by the way, nobody's working anyways.
Yeah, there's a lot of places hiring in America. The only reason that you can't get a job is if you don't want to work. Speaking of, the parole and probation, they're looking for people.
Oh, you want to see me do something like that?
So is the prison.
Oh, God.
But you have to go through the police academy. But after you get hired. You get hired first, and then they pay for it and everything.
Like to go in and beat prisoners?
No, there's different areas. And no, you don't beat prisoners. Jesus Christ.
I wouldn't pass their psychology tests.
What do you do in this situation?
Beat them.
Hit him with my stick. Taser. Shotgun.
You just move up from there.
This quarterback's terrible.
Where's my bully club?
You can't be a good quarterback if you're just going to run every time.
I think his name is Book. Turn him around real quick so I can see his goddamn name. Hurry. Oh, you bitches. I don't go in far enough on it. I'm pretty sure his last name is Book, like B-O-O-K. Book.
But he runs too much.
And
he's not fast.
Look how tiny he is.
Like number 43 was keeping pace with him.
I think 94 could have beat him. Did you see how big he was? He was like, I'll get you.
All right, we got the Mysterios out there, Rey and his son. You know, wrestling is becoming like this weird little sport. Now, I get it. Charlotte's a second-generation person. Randy's a second-generation person. But they're different. They're built different. Mm-hmm. We got Dominik Mysterio and Hook right now. It's like, what the fuck is going on with wrestling?
I don't know.
Dominik. Dominik's not even a big guy. He just looks big because his dad's so small.
Yeah.
Anyways, Ford gets out of that. He's got him in a side headlock. I'm going to pin him right there. MJF would have pinned him right there. That's his favorite move. Side headlock.
It's weird because his hair is done.
Are we talking about Ford's?
So I'm like, who is that guy?
He looks different.
He looks different.
That's what I need is those hats for day one. I know I have some somewhere, but
New Year's hats?
Uh-huh.
I could probably find some somewhere at a place. Ooh, that, and we could have like those poppers and it scare everybody.
I have big old mortars outside.
We can't do those in the house.
Raining on my parade.
Okay, I really don't want to start our house on fire. Thank you very much.
It'd be interesting to do like in the bathroom.
No, it would not.
And then just have a fire extinguisher ready.
No, it would not.
Rey upside down. Dawkins so strong. I think he was supposed to pick him up by his neck there. But Rey's so quick. Dawkins just ran through him like a red light. They keep panning back to Randy and
Riddle out
and
in
Riddle,
the
but they're not
there.
champions. Who's the tag team champions?
They are.
Are they?
Yeah, RK Bro is the tag team champions.
Huh.
Their belts are on them. Can't you see it?
I guess I didn't see it.
They've been the champions for a while. That's why they're having this thing so that they could. Oh my God, what is he
Ford's
doing?
eating out the air.
Ew, gross. He's all doing it to Dominik. He's like, I want to do that to your butthole later.
He likes Dominik.
It's terrifying on another level of terrifying.
1, 2.
I think I almost threw up in my pants.
Out my butt.
Robbie's like, it's more of a tradition, and they have a song called I'm Forever Blowing Bubbles.
That's fun.
Okay, that's an old
European
song, but okay.
Never heard of it. European fans are off the chain. There's no better fans in
I'm
sports.
not saying that fans aren't cool. I'm sure
Canada,
it's a fun gimmick when you're there.
Canada has some really good fans too, for like especially when you're watching wrestling there.
Sports
But I
stuff.
cannot wait for wrestling to go to Europe because they chant the whole time. Like they chant like for 2 hours, 3 hours during football, soccer games, whatever you want to call it. Football.
Football.
But they chant the whole time.
Football.
They sound like bees.
Sophie says Linkin Park was my sister's fave band. Alita says Winston is the quarterback's name. Is that his first name? And is that the Saints quarterback or the Miami Dolphins quarterback? Because
Sure didn't look like a Winston. It's
it
like
looked like
3
book.
letters.
It's only 4 letters on the Saints quarterback's back. Number 16. Let's see. This Sophie says this match was supposed to take place a few weeks ago. Yeah, but a couple people were injured. Robbie says another 2 of D's thumbs up friends in the ring. I like the Street Profits, Robbie. They're pretty good. Alita says if you want the cost of living
Ian
keep
Book.
going up. Book. So
Ian,
his name is Book.
Ian Book.
Sophie says Roman wrestles on free TV every once in a while during his reign. Robbie says Dom couldn't even beat up his own shadow. Sophie's message retracted. And Walter is in the chat. Hey, Walter! Says, hey, Travis and Delete the Good Ride can stay for 20 minutes on Wednesday, 8 p.m. I will be here on time. Sweet, as you should be. Robbie says, are you going to get the loud fireworks at being really loud and set car alarms off? Haha. We don't have anybody with car alarms, but we have mortars, which that's what those are. They're the loud ones that... And when it's cold outside, which it will be, it'll be even better. They'll be even louder.
Yes, I can't wait because it's going to be dead silent outside at that time. Mm-hmm. Probably hear it off the
There'll
mountains.
be other fireworks going off, so it's not like it would just be us. We have other stuff too, don't we? Or did you just want to do mortars?
It's going to be so cold that it's not going to be a fun little thing unless we have our fire out back and do it out back.
I needed my coat so I could stay outside longer. It's alright, I'll just have to wear my other coat. I'll have to wear long johns. Minicator says, mediocre Raw so far, Travis and Delete. I can stay for 1 hour and 25 minutes. Sweet, Ben. I'm glad that you're putting a time frame on it now. Randy Paul is in the chat. Hey, Randy says, oh my God, Paul Heyman tested positive for stupidity. How did that happen? That's so crazy. Sophie's like, what are
He's
the
got
pros?
it deep.
Sophie says, what are the pros and cons of having a year-in-review show?
The pros are that people can take a week off from watching wrestling.
The pros are that they might actually bring up things that you're like, oh my god, I forgot that happened.
Right.
You know, or it might bring in discussion of what you think should have been on there and wasn't. The cons, it's boring.
Yeah.
And it'll probably be all a bunch of stupid women crap, and that's even more boring.
They're definitely going to show the Bianca and Sasha match, and they're definitely going to show Big E winning.
I mean, oh, so great. Oh, wonderful things that happened.
It just irritates me that Bobby had to lose.
Yeah.
Because Bobby was a better champion, and that's obviously an opinion.
So that they could have what's-his-face have a win without a
right,
thing.
without the title. You didn't want Goldberg to win the title.
As Randy says, not Dom shit. Yeah, it's him. It's Dom shit. Or Dominik. Rey's son. That's what I like to call him. Rey's son. He has no name. Sophie says this Raw hasn't been that bad. Walter says, are you guys going live this Saturday for the pay-per-view?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I guess it depends on if we survive the night before.
Yeah, I'm going to probably be in jail for lighting off fireworks.
You know what we could do? We could totally do a live Instagram.
Of the fireworks display?
While we were on it, doing it. I'd have to remember, though. I forget that stuff. I'm not one of these people that has their phones attached to their faces constantly. So
She's very proud of this.
I don't remember to take pictures of her. I have my phone with me, but I do not have it in my face all the time. Like, it is not something that I immediately like, oh, hey.
All right, we are back. It looks like
down
Dominik getting beat up by Ford.
And I see things, and I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool if I took a picture. I need a camera. Everybody else is like, oh, I have my camera on my phone. Robbie says Liverpool FC have songs. Every single players and fans have banter chants as well.
Yes.
Jenna says,
awesome.
does it look like they turning Bobby Lashley babyface?
It does. It really does look that way. I don't know if they're going to continue down that track or if it's just for this feud that they're having right now.
I guess maybe because Seth
Rey
is kind of an asshole. Kevin Owens has become a
and
dick.
they're best friends. Like Kevin said, that they're the best friends.
Right. And, and...
They're like Trent and Chucky T.
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy.
When he was talking to Bert.
Old Bert in the back. Rey Mysterio's tiny, isn't he? He's got a gold diaper or silver diaper on.
He's got his white diaper on tonight.
What was the name of that show we were watching earlier? Was it called Diaper Baby or something?
Baby Driver.
Baby Driver.
Diaper Baby. that is Rey Mysterio's son. That's the Diaper Baby. So you have Rey Mysterio Diaper, and then you have Diaper Baby. Robbie says, "D, make sure you send me a video." What did we send you a video of?
The fireworks display.
I don't think that was what I was talking about. Maybe. Sophie says, I see the positive of both Raw and SmackDown, unlike other WWE fans that are out there. Excuse me.
Woo!
Alita says they have changed often. Walter says those rumors, some top stars are at home. There's rumors that some of the top stars are at home. Yes.
Oh, they are
Unicorn
absolutely
sprinkles,
at home.
Ravi says,
there's about 6 of them.
Send me a video. Alita says, come here. You want us to make a trip to Alabama?
Can I bring my mortars?
Some Georgia,
on the plane? Like, what do you have in there? Explosives? Yeah.
Kinda.
I mean, they are.
As
But...
Randy Paul says, Dominik is boring. Ravi says the pros and cons is that no one will watch. Haha. Randy says the man living of his father's success.
Look how far away he's got to go.
Whee!
He made it. Ray's done. 1, 2, and 3. No, Dominik saves him.
Diaper Baby saves the day. Let's see. Sophie says, I think Eddie would be proud of Dominik being a wrestler. Robbie says, LOD, ready to barf, just thinking about the review show.
Oh.
Vindicator says, Travis, the Dolphins quarterback is actually looking respectable tonight, probably because there's just one more game left, and he's playing for a big contract extension. And he's playing against a quarterback that isn't very good either.
Yeah, he's playing against a team that doesn't look like they have very good defense.
Somebody says at least every state has different commercials. Well, Tara says my mom likes to take pictures of everything. I hate it. Sophie says maybe they will do 2 lists, one with top 10 moments and one for top 10 women for Friday's show. Alita says I like fireworks. They are pretty fun.
What do you want to bet we'll see Bianca winning the Royal Rumble, Bianca winning the title, but we won't see Becky winning the title?
Sophie says, I hate being in
Whoa.
pictures. I like taking pictures or videos of my dog.
2 and 3.
Robin
No! Dominik almost had
Randy,
Ford.
Big up Dom making me fall asleep.
Oh, they do have the title. It's funny. I would have never seen those.
They've had them for a while now. Where have you been?
I was trying to remember who the tag team champions were.
The Raw Tag Team Champions.
That's why he couldn't RK bro him earlier. Because they're the champions
the title
together.
Sucked out his meanness.
I'm just saying that would have been a perfect breakup, but they couldn't do it because they're champions. I didn't know that. Ford had to hold on because he was going to shoot off. They're like, it's not time. There we go. He's like, I'm on the wrong side. Oh! Well, did he miss? I think Ford missed. Or ducked. Rey slides out to the floor. Dominik about ready to lose right here. Because Dominik's oh my god, you guys are so botchy, it's ridiculous. They both ducked and one was supposed to go over. Wow, big neck breaker. Is that enough? It is! The Street Profits. The new champions.
Oh, Ford.
Here on day 1, the new champions.
Be champions again. Maybe they'll get their championships back.
It is
Yay,
time. Street
Ford,
Profits,
Pin,
a true tag team, definitely.
Sophie
needs
says,
to be
imagine if they
champions.
hold a pay-per-view on New Year's Eve instead of New Year's Day.
I mean, they could, but I don't see it. To my little friend. Boom!
From the heavens.
From the heavens.
Oh, man. I can't stop yawning. Ravi says, Sophie, imagine if WWE was actually good.
Go deep inside that mind.
That's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous sayings there, Ravi. You know that shit's not true.
The Street Profits win the tournament.
Tournament winner. Serious.
Is that the bar? Was that the bar? It's like his finger. AJ breaking up with his girlfriend here.
Vindicator says, Travis, which movie did you like more between The Godfather and Scarface?
We're talking about The Godfather 1?
Yes, I guess.
Probably Scarface. Godfather 2. Because Godfather 2 is better than Scarface.
Right. Robbie says Street Profits are boring too. They're not really that boring.
Are you mad because they throw cups?
Yeah. Not anymore.
I wonder why Brian Saxon has a job. Like, who
just gets to sit there and
is
not
he like
ever say
related
anything?
To somebody or something?
I have no idea.
Like
But he just literally sits there and
like,
doesn't say a
is he like the son of Vince McMahon, but we don't know it? He's like Hornswoggle.
Alita's like 7'4".
They did that with Hornswoggle, by the way. They made him Vince's illegitimate.
That's creepy and weird.
Booyaka, booyaka.
I guess.
What does that say in Spanish? Booyaka.
I don't know.
You have a thing on your shirt right here?
Where?
It's a Chewy.
It's not my Chewy. Where'd it come from? That's weird.
Right there.
Oh, it was probably from the blanket, huh?
Probably.
Anyways, Vindicator says, I guess Godfather 2 is a rare sequel that's better than the original.
Yes.
Madagascar 2.
Madagascar 2 also is up there. And like we said, you know, it's kind of hard to do that one because then all of a sudden you do get like Return of the Jedi and some other ones. But we had this conversation.
We did the other day. Pico was here for that, I think. Robbie says LOD. That's why the optimum word was imagine. I don't want to, though. It hurts my brain. So no. Robbie also says they are just another Usos. No. I don't feel
Bad
that
Boys
the Street
2.
Profits...
Bad Boys 2 is way better than the first one.
Oh.
You don't even need to watch Bad Boys 1 to understand what's happening in Bad Boys 2. Godfather 2, you have to watch the first one to figure out what the F is going on. Although there is a lot of prequel in the second one.
Right.
I like that.
Vindicator says Saxton has a commentator job because he is a former wrestling prospect in the Performance Center. So he knows the business. He is less annoying than Michael Cole.
What?
That's because he doesn't talk. That's why he's less annoying, Vindicator, because he doesn't talk.
AJ Styles, 2-time former WWE champion.
His resume speaks for itself.
It does speak.
Sophie says that tag match was awesome.
It was.
It was pretty good. It wasn't bad for a tag match. AJ Styles Live is up next. He's going to talk to us about life and decisions. Hey.
All right, the Saints going for a field goal.
Oh, did he get it this time?
He splits it right down the middle.
He finally got one, something.
A little over to the left. See?
Yeah.
Well, they told us all the top moments.
The top 10 moments of 2021, people. You better go watch it on Friday. Only on FS1.
Becky coming back, number 1. Oh.
She got it.
The Chinese will probably end up canceling the Olympics.
They can't.
Over the Chinese virus.
They can't at this point. I think it's too close. I don't think they can cancel it a month before.
They're not worried about it.
Well, why would they be? It's silly to be worried about it. They're just like, ha ha ha, we made everybody else worried.
We just arrest everybody that hasn't, throw them in a ditch.
So this is the 10 moments would probably be Edge winning the Royal Rumble, the Triple Threat, Mania main event, and John Cena returns are my guess. Well, that was some of the ones they showed. Not sure if they'll be fully the total ones, but some of them. Robbie says Saxon, just another Beth Phoenix, haha. Yeah, but Beth talks, right? But she just says the same things over and over again. Like Byron Saxton doesn't say anything, and if he does, Corey Graves literally
just lays into him,
melts him into a puddle of nothing. And I've heard even Michael Cole say stuff to him.
Back when they worked together.
Or not Michael Cole, but the other guy now that's with him, that Smith.
Yeah.
Joe Smith. I'm pretty sure his name's like Joe Smith or some shit.
It's not Joe, but yeah.
Anyways, but he actually has said stuff too. Poor Byron's just over there by himself without anybody in his corner, which is hilarious. Robbie says, I watch it on mute, so I don't know if Saxton talks or not. Ha ha. Sophie says they split up Omos and AJ Styles after a year together. Vindicator says AJ will likely be on NXT tomorrow as well, feuding with youngster Grayson Waller, who is much better than Dante Martin or Bobby Fish or Kyle O'Reilly.
I'm sure he is.
Is he a bigger guy? Sophie says, Travis, which movie you like best? Goodfellas or Back to the Future?
Back to the Future. It's not even close. I couldn't even tell you. I mean, I've seen Goodfellas, but I think I was in my 20s, so it's been
years.
A couple years.
20. It's been 4 years.
Goodfellas. That's the one with Johnny Ryota. Ray Liotta.
Ray Liotta.
Yeah.
And Pesci.
Is he in that one?
Uh-huh.
Don't they shoot him in the back of the head?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, with the 22 or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Robbie says, Sophie, you seem always genuinely surprised with the screw-ups WWE creative do. Ha ha ha. Sophie's like, Byron Saxton has been with the WWE forever. Yes, he has. That's why we're wondering
why
he knows that he still has a job when all he really does is just sits there. He doesn't really say anything. I mean, every once in a while he'll say stuff, but it's very rare. And most of the time when he does, like, Corey Graves, like, literally, like, tells him what a dumbass he is. No matter what. All the time. That's the Instagram photos of the year is happening. The top 10.
Carmella. Rick Boogs. Bailey and Woods. I can't see that in. That Conor McGregor at the end. I have no idea who that was.
That was Edge.
Oh, was that Edge?
Yes. They're hideous. I wouldn't bring them to your funeral. Oh, that's nice.
Miz is such a diva.
So besides, so they are going to do top 10 moments of 2021. I don't know if that would help them get viewers or not.
No.
Probably not.
Some people like recap shows, though.
Yeah.
I know a lot of YouTube channels do it, and they get lots of views, so.
Alita's like, yes. And Sophie says, my aunt's fave movie is The Godfather.
Good one. I really do like the original. It's a really good movie. Francis Ford Coppola, or whatever his name is, did a really good job.
Bischoff.
Hey, look, Eric Bischoff's there. He was just in AEW.
He's like everywhere. Vindicator says, kind of gross seeing Stone Cold sitting with the Spawn only because he likes that brat's sugar daddy father.
Well, who wouldn't?
Rob is like, I don't pay attention too tough to who calls the matches.
I love seeing Bischoff on there, though. That's who they need to start running the show.
He's very upset.
He needs some roses.
Alita says, I need his job.
Get on there and take it. They got married in 2014.
Wow.
I love that Eric Bischoff's on here.
Oh, they better do something. It's a 7-year itch. Sophie says, so AJ Styles is in 2 different feuds, one with Amos and that guy from NXT 2.0. I guess, Sophie. I don't watch NXT, so I guess. Chris says Eric Bischoff was in AEW last time.
He was, yeah. Doing the Darby Allin and who was... No. It was Orange Cassidy and Chris Jericho. Remember the Mimosa match?
Oh, was he in that?
Remember he was doing the debate?
Oh, I see. Vindicator says, bring Eric Bischoff back as Raw General Manager. Actually put together some interesting matches.
Yeah, well, they did hire him, and they never used him. And then they just got rid of him.
Robbie says, you don't want some. And Alita says, he was. Yes. Where's
Omos?
Where is he? Where'd he go? What's he doing?
He's going to get his own music, isn't he?
Sophie says, it's funny Eric Bischoff complains about AEW and he shows up on AEW TV every once in a while over the past year.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Selfish and unappreciative.
Burn.
Gotta pay old man AJ Styles.
That's just weird. Robbie says, would you ever wear the sleeveless jacket AJ is wearing?
Wear it on the Harley.
A leather vest.
Get my wrestling gab colors on it. With the 3 patches.
Mm-hmm.
These guys brought their freaking motorcycle helmets. Oh, Lord. What does it say?
The Grayson Waller effect is phenomenal. Doesn't want to pay his dues. Sophie says Byron Saxton, they had him on the NXT announced team with Tom and Corey for a while before being called up to the main roster.
Yes.
Lolita says AJ has herpes on the mouth. Does he? He's got the herpes. He's got herpes simplex 10. Vindicator says, oh, there's Grayson Waller trolling Styles just as I predicted. Sophie says the Goodfellas wasn't that like the Godfather spinoff movie. No.
They're all booing him. Grayson Waller's getting booed.
Chris says Grayson Waller on Raw. That's what they're showing.
You sound like you're from London.
Oh, God. It's a good thing we don't watch NXT 2.0. You sound like you're from London. Sophie's like Michael Cole has.
Oh, wait, never mind.
The WWE says
he might be Australian.
He's getting some shrimp on their babby.
Yeah, he's Australian.
Why is he talking about Jews like that? That's not very nice.
Dudes.
He's talking about Jews.
You're begging for me to be in the ring with you.
What?
You gonna go team with Amos?
Why would you team with him? Sophie says Michael Cole has been with the WWE since the Attitude Era. Vindicator says Grayson is the future Miz.
Is he? The Australian Miz?
Lolita's like NXT getting TV time.
Is this Amos's new song music? No, it's
No,
Apollo.
It's Apollo.
Why?
Maybe this is what he went and talked to Vince about. That he wasn't getting TV time. I'm just kidding.
They're like, I have an idea. Let's throw you into an NXT feud.
Do you want to be part of the AJ Styles group? Do you want to tell him how unphenomenal he is? Commander Sneeze. Sophie says AJ Styles versus Grayson at day 1, maybe? No. I don't think they should incorporate any NXT people into day 1.
They might have to, if there's not enough talent.
Chris is like, Apollo, question mark? Yeah, it's Apollo
It is Apollo. With a sneeze. AJ.
What did he say about vaginas?
If you like to slay giants, why don't you slay me right now?
Oh, I thought he was talking about vaginas. Like, why is
he said, get your ass in here. General Sneeze is going to be out of his league.
Why is he talking about vaginas? Reagan Walker's in the chat. Hey, Reagan says, I swear right now Edge is going to pop out any moment at this wedding.
Oh, he's going to show up. That's why he's on my thumbnail. They're haters. They're drinking the haterade. They don't want to see Miz and Maryse happy.
We're like, we hate you. We don't want you to have kids and be happy. So it's like they hired Eric and fired him like a month or 2 later. Maybe he just needed one paycheck.
Eric who? Oh, Bischoff. Yeah, they did too. They hired him and Bruce Pritchett or whatever at the same time.
That's funny. And weird.
Looks like he caught that. Might be on the ground there at the end. See, it's not on the ground yet. But I feel like it's on the
ground.
Maybe the ground there. It's hard to tell, but here?
No.
Right here, though, I think it is.
That's really weird. That's a close one.
So it depends on how it was called on the field.
The ruling on the field is the pass is complete.
Then it's complete.
But it's under official review right now.
The Book of Boba Fett. Hey, that's going to be a series. They make a lot of series off that crap. It's ordering food. What do you want?
I find that racist. Just kidding.
You look like a boneless guy.
It's like some floppy white guy.
Look like a bag of milk. Since you look like a bag of milk, I'm going to go with boneless. He's like, I wanted the bench, but that'll work.
Sure, I'll get on the wings too.
I've got a treadmill. I don't need another one.
You what?
Well, I kind of want one with a tablet on it, but maybe I can figure out a way to put a tablet on mine.
On what?
My treadmill.
Oh. Like, what are you talking about? Just strap a tablet on there.
That's what I just said.
Just put a rubber band on it. Just put your tablet on there. Just take your tablet.
Oh, my Gorilla Tape.
Yeah.
And it'll never come off.
Not that, but you know what I mean.
I could get another one of these cases and mount it to it, and then it'll pop in.
Yeah.
How much are those? Like $20?
I think they're like $30. Those ones. For that size. Let's see. Reagan says, I thought Eric was fired back in 2005, which was around 16 years ago.
Well, yeah, but then they rehired him not too long ago. I want to say it was like less than 2 years ago.
Sophie says, where did they get their own version of the Miz copycat? From New Zealand. From Australia.
He's somewhere down under.
He's from down under. He's from the other side of the earth.
He comes from a land down under.
Sophie says, Corey Graves, he has moved brands a few times over the years. And Sophie says, where's Amos? And Alita says, Omoi.
He might be
sick. The Black
sick.
Circle is in the chat. Hey, the Black Circle says the crowd chanting Dabakato. Yeah. Not a sneeze.
They're not.
I mean,
not a
Commander
sneeze.
Aziz. Sneeze. Bless you.
It's a choose cousin.
It's a choose cousin.
Also watching the Dolphins and Saints, and the Dolphins are winning 10-3. If you guys are TiVoing that at home, sorry.
They are both 7-7.
Terrible. It's Charles Barkley. It's ooh.
Does the ruling on the field stay?
Carmella and somebody with a weird ass haircut.
It's Megan Morant.
Why does Megan have a weird haircut?
I don't know.
Who does the bob anymore?
It's back. It's terrifying and bad. Her Majesty Queen Zelina and I. That's just so
We
weird.
accept.
Bryce is in the chat.
Hey,
Hey, Bryce,
Bryce
says, I'm so ready for the new year.
Me
and
too.
Alita says, bone in GI. Walter says, okay, bye, guys. See you Wednesday for AEW 8 p.m. All right, Walter.
All right, well, thanks for hanging out with us.
Have a good rest of your night. We'll see you on Wednesday. And Bryce says, hi, Wrestling Gab. Hi, Bryce.
Hey.
Sophie says, are there any Star Wars nerds out there?
May the 4th, I come out of the woodwork and watch one of them.
My brother's kind of a Star Wars nerd.
We got him a cooler that has Star Wars characters on it.
Yeah, I forgot, and that is another Christmas present for him. In there, it says Merry Sithmas.
What does?
A coffee mug.
Oh, it's in there?
Yeah. It was a present I was going to give him, and yeah. Still waiting for his other present to come. The last I saw him, they were in Kansas. Probably lost out there in the Tornado Alley. So he's like, I'm guessing Amos got pulled from tonight's show after being fine at last night's house show.
Who did?
Amos.
He getting fined, huh?
He was fined.
What was he doing?
Like, he got his hand broken. Like, he got slapped on the hands for doing something he wasn't supposed to.
A little slap on the wrist.
Like, what are you talking about, Sophie? I don't watch the house shows.
Oh,
so.
they changed. Look. Apollo wanted some.
Oh. I'm giving Aziz the night off, so Apollo Crews is taking on AJ Styles.
Well, hell yeah. This is the kind of match that I wish they would do all the time.
Just stuff, huh?
Yeah, these just random matches like this. This is perfect. AJ Styles, Apollo Crews. Apollo's explosive and strong. AJ's just explosive.
Right. Alita's like, go girl. And Sophie says Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman got hired at the same time and got fired months apart.
Well, Paul Heyman's still there. But yes,
Hasn't he
maybe
been
that's who
there
it was.
forever?
That's right. They were both hired for each show to write it or something. They were going to be their main guys. They both got fired.
From writing, though.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman
got fired because of AJ Styles. Because he lied right to AJ Styles' face about the Good Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
It was he wanted him gone, and he went to Vince and said that he wanted him gone. And then he told AJ Styles that he did everything he could to keep him. Everything. He went and fought, and he couldn't keep him.
And then
AJ went to Vince pissed. And I guess Paul Heyman didn't think he would confront Vince. And he did. And Vince is like, what are you talking about? He's like, that was Paul Heyman's call. And Paul Heyman then was switched over to SmackDown and fired.
Yep. As
the writer.
Yeah. He went down to just being the manager guy again.
He looked like he missed that.
He missed it completely. He missed it. Very close. He almost got it.
Just a terrible kick from the Dolphins. Maybe time to cut him and start over.
Laces out!
Old Snowflake and freaking Ray Finkel.
Chris says Mello was cringe. Sophie
yes,
says,
she was, by
poor
the way.
Eric, he didn't have a chance to start his creative writing job before he got fired.
Yeah, a lot was going on with his wife, and so he never ended up coming to the show. And then, so he's waiting, and they're like, let's just go a different direction.
Film is in the chat. Hey, Film says, hey, Miss Nia Travis, did you guys have a good Merry Christmas? We did.
We did.
Did you have a Merry Christmas? Hopefully it was good.
Did everybody get what they wanted?
Film says, I am glad to be here on my favorite live stream. Thanks. And Jamel McGee is in the chat. Hey, Jamel says, Amos versus Aziz. Who would win in a foot race?
Oh, Lord. Wouldn't it be fun to watch like a decathlon between the two?
I think Aziz would because he's not as tall.
Yeah, he's not. He's a little bit more coordinated looking.
Yeah. The Black Circle says, wait, didn't Aziz challenge AJ while Apollo fighting? Well, when we were at a commercial.
Apollo gave him the night off, and he's fighting now.
Yeah, he gave Aziz the night off and took his place.
I was looking forward to that, too. But I'm okay with this match. It looks good. Looks good on paper.
It's nice technique. All I could think of while they were doing it was like, pivot, pivot, pivot. It's from Friends.
When they're delivering
when they were trying to get that couch upstairs, and he's like, pivot, pivot, pivot.
Is that Ross?
Yes. I think they almost murdered him. Film says, my Christmas was pretty good. I got everything that I wanted for Christmas. Sweet.
Sick. I got everything I wanted, and I didn't know I wanted.
How exciting. Isn't it always fun when you get things you didn't know you wanted, but you got it, and you're like, oh, I really wanted that. I didn't know I wanted it, but I did. I wanted it. Sophie says, remember when SmackDown was on Tuesday nights on the USA Network?
I do.
Corey Graves was on both brands, which must have been cool for him.
I liked it. You know, it'd be hard to travel that much, but at the same time, why not? Screw it.
Weren't they in the same place, though, when they were on the same...
I think so. They tried to do them the back-to-back nights. But for some reason, I think that SmackDown toured differently. Ew. She has a lot of secret passageways.
What's her face?
Yeah. Misery.
What's Grandma hiding? I don't know, but we better download it so we can find out. Maybe we want to play that game so badly. Vindicator says, I guess the Miz and Maryse vows is the main event. Not a smart way to end the final Raw of 2021, in my opinion.
Well, they don't have Big E, and they don't have Seth. But what I was thinking there, and I don't know about the big man, Bobby Lashley, but it makes a lot of sense because Edge is going to come out, and we're probably going to get a Beth Phoenix sighting.
There you go.
Would be my guess.
That's why.
And that's going to be a huge pop.
What's your favorite scary movie? Sophie says, I thought the Commander was going to wrestle AJ.
He was. And then Apollo gave him the day off.
Yeah, if you guys listen to the commentators, they would have told you that.
They don't. They listen to us, and that's why we have to tell them.
Film says, can't wait for AEW. Chris says Apollo and Aziz are teabagging Styles. Ew.
Yummy.
Chris, you're a cruel man. You're a cruel man. Making me read comments like that. Jamel says either Amos attended Arnold Schwarzenegger's School of Acting or he's a Terminator from the future. Sophie says, I didn't mean fine. I meant he was looking good at house shows. Oh, okay. Like, what was he fined for? We're like, what did he do? Did he pick his nose? Like, what the hell could he have done? Set a bad word?
Chris Berman is still working? I thought Chris Berman had quit a long time ago. That's pretty cool. He's still working for
NFL stuff?
ABC or whatever. Yeah, ABC.
Yeah, that place. Vindicator says Liv might have a match to warm up for Becky, but they're taking too long to get to her. Yeah, they are.
Well, she got that pretty face. Bring her out. We want to stare at it. Maybe some microphone malfunctions or something.
Right, so you can't hear her talk. I'd be okay with that. Sophie says Bruce Pritchard is in charge of both Raw and SmackDown creative. Yeah, and he's really bad at it.
Brother love. 'Cause I love you.
Oh, man. I'm ready for a nap.
Are you?
Yes, I really want to just close my eyes and go to sleep.
But there's a great match on TV. We've got Apollo Crews in there with AJ Styles, the Phenomenal.
I'm trying to stay present. Philip says, are we getting any women's matches or did I miss some?
You did miss a mixed gender tag team match earlier with Dana Brooke and Tamina.
Yeah, it was Dana Brooke and Reginald against Tamina and R-Truth.
And Reginald pinned R-Truth.
Yep.
Then Tamina tried to get the title. Actually, she didn't. She tried to attack both men. And missed both. And then Dana got her big power. Apollo 1, 2, and 3. No, AJ kicks out. Crap, that guy was wide open. That guy was wide open. Like, that's blown coverage.
The highlights they're showing.
Yeah. Santa Claus, he'll get booed.
Yeah, ew, boo. Nobody wants to see Santa.
They brought Santa Claus out in Philadelphia one time and they threw snowballs at him.
That's not very nice. Why did they do that?
Because they're Philadelphia. You know, the city of brotherly love.
That person threw a snowball. Guy looked angry.
AJ all the way up top. Little moonsault into a neck breaker DDT, or reverse DDT.
Sophie says Eric Bischoff is one of those people that got fired from every wrestling promotion that he was working with.
He did the best job ever for WCW, though. He was the man. AJ gets caught, then gets dropped right there on that ring apron.
Oh, on the NFL stuff, there's Mrs. Claus was out there in the audience with Santa. She was out there partying. I think she was drunk. I think she was probably drinking vodka and
She could have been.
coffee. Boom says, did Dana Brooke show her armpits?
Yes.
Sure she did.
She did.
You missed out.
She kept holding the belt above her arms, or above her head.
Above her arms. You know, those arms that are down around that way.
Well, I guess it is above her arms, too.
specimens doing their thing.
I don't think AJ is a specimen anymore, guys. Come on.
He's a specimen, all right.
I'm going to put cotton in the... Or is that cotton candy? I don't know what it is. Put it in the freaking blender. Is that hepatitis? I think it's hepatitis or herpes, one of the two. It's the big H. Oh, Hinge. Never mind.
It's the dating app that's meant to be deleted, huh?
The Styles Clash, it's over! It's over! He just beat Apollo right in the center of the ring.
Yay! AJ did it all by himself. Good for him.
Cheer for him.
Yay. Yay. So it feels like most of the video games that I wanted are coming out either before or after my B-Day. Sweet.
The only one I want, besides sports, is
it still coming out in March?
Hogwarts.
Is it coming out in March?
There is no release date.
Why isn't there a release date?
Because they don't know when they're going to release it. It could be 2050.
No!
The day after Harry Potter dies of old age.
Film says, yes, I love Dana Brooks' armpits. Yeah. Robbie's like, is AJ still phenomenal? He is.
He did. He just pinned Apollo.
He gave him the phenomenal.
Oh, General Sneeze just got a phenomenal forearm.
He went after the sneeze, man. Got him. He wasn't ready.
AJ getting it done. Why is there like 3 weird maskers up in the audience?
What do you mean? Weird.
There's like 3 like people with masks on. They're standing right next to each other, and they're like these weird blue ones.
Oh.
There's just 3 in the whole audience.
I don't know. Weird. I think there were some other people with masks, but I don't pay attention.
There's Seth from home. Hey, look, they have a crooked Christmas tree too. That's what I wanted to do.
I think maybe only the top might be crooked. He's in giving. Sophie says, it must have been a fun day if you are a WWE creative writer who knows how many rewrites they had to do throughout the day. Film says, I'm still ready for Bliss to come back on TV. I miss her.
It'll be soon. Before you know it. It'll be by September.
Yeah, she'll be
of
back.
next year.
And Film also says, including Bayley.
It'll be before February, is my guess. And Bayley. Bayley will be in March. Here comes Kevin Owens.
Who's he fighting?
Maybe Bobby? That's the only other guy, maybe, that's in that Fatal 4-Way. He could just come down and beat up somebody. Maybe he'll attack Liv for giving him a hug. I saw that Luke had sent you that.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I had already seen it.
I hadn't really looked at it, and I was like, yeah, that was completely awkward. That I sent back to him. I was like, yeah, she still looks awkward.
Oh, Argus is all sorts of excited.
What you guys doing out there? Why are you barking? Sophie says you could tell that this is live. Robbie says the best KO coming out. Jamal says grown half-naked men fighting over a belt. Somebody got body slammed, thus wrestling was born.
It's exactly how it was born.
Sophie says hopefully everybody that isn't on tonight's show could work on Saturday night. The Black Circle says Aziz no-sold finisher. Yeah, he getting fired. Vindicator says, to me, Seth has become like a hairier version of Adam Cole with a less feminine physique. And Film says, not going to lie, I like Bayley's haircut. It's very attractive. She looks like a sexy version of a Karen, but doesn't report on people and everything. Film's like, AJ Styles, thumbs up. Jamal says, but then these guys found out there was only a belt. A wrestling organization was born. Is that how it works? That's funny.
A little Argus in the front room. It's the only dog I can see.
Oh, was that where you put the camera? Was on it and I had no idea.
I did it so I could like be out and then talk and then ask Voldemort questions while I'm out.
Oh my god, seriously? Did it work?
I don't know. I've never tried it.
Why didn't you try it?
Argus is getting up and moving. Let's see if it'll work. Alexa, what is the temperature outside? I don't think she heard me. Alexa, what is the temperature outside? Nope.
Oh.
Maybe she knows it's a recording.
Maybe.
Or I'm talking too fast because it is kind of a weird thing.
Chris says, here's Fat KO. Look at him, shorts all the way up to his nipples. And Rollins' cringy promo. So this is Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan destroyed Impact when they worked there.
Impact is still around.
Jamel says, and then you and your brother or best friend wanted matching belts, thus tag team wrestling was born. Film says, I love Bliss and Bayley's armpits. Sweet. You're not as stupid as your papa. You're stupid like your father.
Are they married?
Oh, I don't think so.
Maybe they're brother and sister or something.
Yeah. I've never seen it, so I couldn't help you with that. Yeah, I've never seen one.
Didn't know it was a thing.
Of that. Coming to America. Phil says, who do you think will win the WWE Day 1 New Year's Eve episode? I think that's what it's called. I don't remember.
Wait, what? Like, what do you mean? What match? Just all of them?
Well, it's a New Year's Day, and I don't think they're doing anything special before that, are they?
I feel like we all win because we get to see Maryse.
Yes, who do you think will win the WWE Day 1 New Year's Eve episode?
Who's going to be the number one on the highlights of the year?
It's
probably going to be Sasha and Bayley. Or not Sasha and Bayley. Sasha and Esther.
Right. Sophie says, is it weird that Kevin Owens is the only person from the Raw main event for Saturday's pay-per-view is there live? Bobby Lashley could be. They didn't have him out.
On the list
or
that
on
I
the
saw.
list of the people who are on the list. He didn't make the list. He was not on the list.
The WWE champion.
Alita's like, it's 65 here. It ain't no 65 here.
It's not even 65 in the house.
Doesn't feel like it. It's like 68 in the house, but in this room I don't feel that it is quite that toasty. As of 7:42.
So if nobody else shows up, does he just get the title because of forfeit?
As of right now, it is 19 degrees outside. That is Fahrenheit for all you people out there that aren't in the United States. Bobby says, that was so funny, I nearly wet myself. Ha ha. What was it? Sophie says, will they have enough time to start a Mania feud for Bayley if she does come back before then?
A lot of the times when they have a situation like that is they'll do it the Monday after Mania.
Mm-hmm.
She'll come in and beat whoever the champion is for the title or something. They do that quite a bit.
Film says, what is next for Charlotte Flair since she's champion? Keep the championship. Just kidding.
Just a long title reign. She needs a 1 or a 2 year long title reign. A 500-600 day title reign. Because that's the only thing she's really missing.
Yeah. The Texas Death Dealer is in the chat. Hey, the Texas Death Dealer. When is it Liv Morgan segment, aka Hand in My Pants time? I don't know. You have to talk to Vindicator.
We don't know when she's going to be on. I don't even know if she's going to be on. Because Becky is out. She's not here tonight.
Do you think Charlotte Flair will lose the title at WrestleMania? Film says.
Possibly. Like I said, I feel like she needs a long year or two run. And I can't remember when she won it. Didn't she just beat Nikki for it not too long ago?
Robbie says Esther can do one. Picola is in the chat. Hey, Picola! Nice to see ya.
Hey.
Says, who do you think will win the newborn Bay Day 1-ish title next week? I don't know. Chris says that Bayley versus Bliss after Mania. And Picola's like, I received your card today. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I was hoping to get there before
Holy
Christmas.
crap. Did you not check your mail? Would they walk it to Florida?
I don't know. Maybe it was because of all the...
It's been over a week and 3 days.
Do you think it was because of the weather?
No.
Maybe? I don't know.
Well, I'm glad that you got it.
I'm glad that you actually received it, though. Sophie says, will people be home for the pay-per-view on Saturday night? That will be interesting to find that out. Chris says, did KO just say he's stronger than Bobby Lashley?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
He's going to be the next WWE champion. And
Robbie,
I'm okay with that.
Robbie says, wrestle failure coming up soon. LOL. Film says, Bliss
Who's
versus
this?
Bayley. Will Hunter's in the chat. Hey, Will. Says hello, all.
MVP.
Film says, I mean, why not let them go their own separate ways instead of going up against each other? I don't know.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't even know who they're talking
He just said, I mean, why not let them go their own separate ways instead of going up against each other? Maybe because he said Bliss versus Bayley earlier. Robbie's like, Pepsi Cola, what up? It's P-Cola for Pensacola, Florida, Robbie. Just because you're from the UK doesn't mean you get to be ignorant. Just kidding. Very well done. He's like looking around like, what?
Look at that quarterback. Throw a pick right to the defense.
Did he?
Yeah.
What a good guy.
I mean...
Gave him a good chance.
Dolphins quarterback needs to be cut.
He's like, I tried. I tried hard.
Yeah.
He's like, I got it to that guy in a suit. Oh, wait, that's the wrong color.
I mean, he threw it right to him.
He's like, here you go. He's like, okay, my guy's
Step forward,
right there.
just unleashed it right to the safety.
Who's he trying to get to? That guy.
Yeah, the guy that he overthrew by 30
too.
yards.
He overthrew it to that guy who was supposed to, like, way badly over. He's like, hey.
The safety almost didn't even catch it because it was such a bad throw.
Yeah, you should be ashamed.
Ephamorphic. There's no way he actually typed that. That's what we need to do is get back to that almighty era.
It's utterly terrifying.
We need a Scott Steiner calculator.
He needs a Scott Steiner calculator. Short bus special.
Oh!
The Hurt Business guys. Shelton. Cedric Alexander coming out.
The rest of the Hurt Business.
The Hurt Business people. He's got his groupie lackeys, which were not there, and all of a sudden they are. That's crazy. Anyways, Pete Cole says, I just seen a news segment mention 33,000 sprinkle cases happened after December 25th in Florida.
It happens.
Some people got some colds, huh? That's sad. Colds. Sophie says, is it weird that they were mentioning last night's house show? I think that's the first time they have mentioned a house show on TV.
Said nobody. Look, they're trying to get themselves a job again.
I guess. Pickle says, how are you, Robbie? And Pickle says, Robbie,
so they broke up.
What do you know about people from Jersey?
This place is a dump. You sure it's not Jersey?
This place is a dump. Pickle, he doesn't know anything about people from Jersey. He's from the United Kingdom.
He's never even heard of it.
English.
He just knows where Jersey is. He doesn't know New Jersey. He just knows where York is. He doesn't know New York.
Right. Chris says special education, maybe KO. Pickle says Henry Cavill grew up there, and so did Adam Blampede. So I think that's pretty cool. I don't know who they are.
Sounds like a couple cool people.
Who are they? What did they do?
Oh, Blampy. Blampy changed the world.
Adam? Blampy?
Blampy.
I don't know who they are. Are they like players? Are they football players?
They ain't a player. They just crush a lot.
I'm talking about sports, not pimps. Film says, hey, Miss Dia Travis, what are your New Year resolutions?
Oh, shit.
Okay, what I mean by that is, what is your goal for the new year? Film, I do not make New Year's resolutions. Ever.
I usually start mine in March. That's when I usually do my life-changing events. That's when I stopped eating gluten, sugar, processed oils, and all that stuff.
Sophie says they should make the 4-way elimination match to make it more interesting. Film says my New Year's resolution is to stay true to myself, never back down, and do the right thing.
Yes. Mine is probably going to be to start exercising again and just stick with it. I know it's kind of cliche, but like I used to do it all the time and then I stopped. And now I can just tell. Like I just feel like, ugh. Don't exercise for weight loss. Exercise for brain health.
That's a fucking weird commercial. Pickle's like, oh, I'm talking about Old Jersey. Oh. So you mean the one in the UK. I got it. He probably knows a lot of things about it. He's probably from there or something.
Old Jersey.
They seem like they're, like gangster people and whatnot. It's probably just as dirty there as it is in New Jersey. It's a
chamber
dump.
pots. Urine in the street.
It's like Liverpool.
Like Liverpool.
Sophie says Henry Cavill played Superman, and he is the Witcher TV series. He played like the Superman in the new Supermans.
Or like the one from like the 40s.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's probably not that old if he's playing on the Witcher TV series on Netflix. Philip says it's okay, Travis. You look strong in my book.
Guns. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about any sort of exercise. Like, I mean, obviously I need to lift too, but...
Exercise is hard.
Just movement. I thought about getting an exercise bike and just replacing my chair with it. So I just exercise all day.
Pepper always says prepare to be sprayed and slayed from my wrath. Ew, sprayed. Gross. That's
like
nasty. What are you going to pee on him?
Like a can of Glade.
Like Mark territory.
Piss.
Like R. Kelly sheets. Peagle's like Henry Cavill's from Jersey. It's a small channel island between England and France.
Oh. Jersey.
It sounds dirty.
So can you swim there?
If it's between England and France, it's dirty.
I want to swim there. I want to swim that English channel.
Sophie says, I never do New Year's resolutions because I know I will break it on the next day. Chris says this Raw has been an acid trip. Lita says mine will be to change my diet. Sophie says no, he played Superman in Superman versus Batman.
Oh, okay. I like that guy. He's in a show where he plays like an ancient Greek guy too. I can't remember the name of that show. What's that show? Prometheus show, I think.
Spartacus?
No, God no. That's Roman.
Hercules.
Anyways, it's got the guy that used to be a boxer that got his face all mangled. Mickey York or something like that.
Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke. He's also in it.
Okay. Sophie says that Piccolo says I exercise so I can chase my nephews around and not have a heart attack. You know, what's funny about that is that you could exercise, still chase your nephews around, and still have a heart attack. Just saying.
Yeah, I was playing with my cousins or whatever the hell they are. I don't know what they are to me.
As Alita says, that Henry Cavill is dead. It's probably a very true statement, Alita. People's like, I don't see why not. Sophie's like, Superman versus Batman, that movie was okay, but forgettable.
I just like that Superman. I like that actor.
Piccolo, you asked Ravi about Jersey and he fucking ran away. It's so bad that he didn't even want to talk about it.
Kevin Owens has got his hands full tonight.
Alita says, very dirty and long. They're like, we need you to wear pants as cheerleaders. Oh my God. Why would you do that to the cheerleaders? They look all dumb now.
The other ones had skirts on.
Oh, good.
It is cold outside. I don't know where they're at.
Oh my God.
They're in New Orleans. It's probably not that cold.
For God's sakes.
They're inside.
Right? Like, I don't care. Like, hello. They're all like, I wore my Charlotte Flair outfit today.
Oh, God.
That's what they have on. Those hideous
Look, he almost
pants
threw another
things.
interception.
Number 17 was like, I got it. I got it. I don't got it. I don't got it.
I think half of
He
his
had
problem
it.
is he's so small. Like, he's so short.
So's
And
the
it's
other
hard.
one.
It's hard to be a... So, I'm talking about being prolific.
I get it, but
He's
I'm
a
just...
top pick. You can't be a first-round pick quarterback if you're 5'8".
I know, but so is
Oh,
this
Kevin
number
Owens,
16.
decapitation style head...
Saints.
whatever that move's called. Clothesline.
Oh,
Pump up powerbomb. That should just do
that's
it.
his final move. I mean, his
Used
move.
to be his finisher.
That's his No, it's still
There it is.
That's
Stunner.
what it says.
That's his finisher now.
He uses both of them, I think.
Well, he got... It's obviously over.
Wow.
Count to 100.
MVP is like, wow, you guys really made a good impression.
Okay.
Film's like, who will win in an armpit tickling match?
Now it's next,
Brooke
right?
or Rachel Gonzalez?
Are they going to do 2 in a row? No. Kevin's leaving. Well, they should just do another match.
Give
Kevin,
me a mic.
look like Kevin might get in. Give me a goddamn microphone, he says.
Oh.
Stunner! What's he got to say?
Not done. Nothing at all. Piccolo says, Travis, you need to watch him in Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. He fights Tom Cruise in a public restroom. Like,
Sounds fun.
with urinal cakes? That's gross.
In the urinal?
So he's like, can you believe at this point last year we were in the Thunderdome era?
I remember it.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I remember it. Why was it horrible?
The Thunderdome era? Because it was stupid. Film says, I would like to see Beth Phoenix come back in the WWE Square Circle again and wrestle with Edge. That would be so cool. Sophie says, hopefully the Winter Olympics don't sneak up the joint like the Summer Olympics did this past year. Yeah, I don't really want to hear anybody have any, like, mental health issues.
Oh my gosh.
Seriously. Did Mary Lou Retton have that problem? No, she fucking did not.
There's more than just her. You're talking about the greatest of all time. There's a lot other ones out there.
Did Nancy have that problem after she got beamed in the knee?
Karrion...
No, she fucking did not.
Yeah, she finished like silver. But she did play. She did try.
Well, you'd have to cry if you got beamed in the knee.
Said try. She didn't quit on her team and on our country.
That's what I meant. Like, you know? Let's see.
We don't have any Winter Olympians that are like that, though.
That are whiny pants.
I mean, there might be
Bitches.
some figure skaters that are single sports, but most of those sports are in the winter. You don't see their faces.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're not the face of the country. Like, she just wasn't a leader. And, I mean, and she'll admit it. Like, she's the first one to say it. And so when they put all the pressure on her to be the leader of the team in the country, she folded. She couldn't do it. She couldn't perform.
Right, but they're, like, still, like, making it like she's, like, this so brave. And it's like, she ain't fucking brave. She's a dumb bitch.
Why would she? Not brave if you quit.
Exactly.
Bravery would have been doing it anyways.
Mm-hmm. Chris says, I'm pretty sure I have schizophrenia now from watching Raw tonight.
Right. Well, with the LSD.
Well, with that, acid trip you've been on. Foam says Miz and Miss Miz versus Beth Phoenix and Edge. That's a cool couple dream match. Piccolo says, remember Doug Flutie? He's under 6 foot. Maybe the only good short quarterback.
Right. No, there's been quite a few decent ones. What's his name up in Seattle? He's good. Russell Westbrook, I think is his name. No, Russell Wilson. Russell Westbrook is a basketball player, and he's far from short. He's just a point guard. He's like 6'5".
Right.
God, he's tiny.
Yeah,
because he's playing against 7-footers.
Alita says, what is up with the armpits, dude? He just really likes them.
He just likes to look at them, I guess. There's one on the NFL
Chris
Network.
says, imagine Cedric beating KO. Like, what does that do for Alexander? That's how wrestling is predictable. Film's like, come on, cheerleaders, wear some blue jeans. Oh, no, I don't want them to wear blue jeans. That's just weird.
Tight blue jeans.
Well,
I'd be okay
as they're jumping around being cheerleaders, I don't think that would work out so well. Will Hunter says, I mean, at this point, who hasn't fought Tom Cruise in a public bathroom? Right there. Very, very, very true statement with urinal cakes.
Sophie says, my favorite scene with Tom Cruise in a bathroom is obviously off Top Gun when he's in there with the girl.
Oh.
And he's like trying to tell her, like, hey, can you just tell my buddy that we slept together? Your friend was fantastic.
Sophie says, how many people that did the Summer Olympics are doing Winter Olympics?
Only if there is any, it would only be the skateboarders/snowboarders.
Yeah. And usually those people aren't on the Summer Olympics. They're usually on the
X Games stuff.
The X Games stuff, like Shaun White.
But he did both. He was an Olympic snowboarder and an Olympic skateboarder.
Pickle says, sent you a link. And Owen says, now it's Zoe's turn. Alita says she did. Film says it's a fantasy thing, Alita. Just being honest, I love it. Piccolo says, which athletes do you feel have more stress? Figure skaters or gymnasts? Figure skaters. Personally, I think they have more stress.
I don't know. It's got to be so equal on that one. That is a good one. I think figure skating, to me, would be harder just because you're on skates. You know what I mean? You have to do everything that the gymnasts do, but on skates.
Very thin metal on hard-ass ice. You don't have, like, fucking cushiony shit breaking your fall a little bit.
But I'm talking about just pressure. I feel like the gymnastics is probably more popular in the United States. In the world, it's definitely figure skating. So I'm going to go with figure skating, but America is not very good at figure skating.
Here's the bathroom fight scene.
In the men's, they might be, but in the women, they're not very good anymore. We used to have really good women. It's very clean looking, huh?
It's a very clean bathroom. They probably don't have urinal cakes. I figured it was like a really dirty, gross bathroom.
He's got prison shank. Night, night. Okay, pause it.
What?
Oh, God. There's Liv! She still hasn't found.
Oh, my God! Seriously. Film Nation says the Thunderdome era is very different. Sophie says they are saving Miz Maryse versus Edge and Beth at the Rumble. Alita says Matty Ice is over 6. Film says Liv Morgan's still going to challenge Becky Lynch for her title. Alita's like, yes. And Piccolo says Maverick had no sense of personal space in that scene. LOL.
Yeah,
Sophie says, I thought most athletes who did the Summer Olympics also do Winter Olympics.
No, they're totally different sports. Like, what's a swimmer going to do on ice or snow?
Could you imagine if they had synchronized skiing?
They have fucking sports, though, in the Olympics where you teleski. It's basically walk skiing. And then you shoot at things. Like, that's weird sports to me. Like, they have, like, 50-year-old gold medalists.
True.
Like, that doesn't seem like a sport anymore.
Alita says 6. Robbie says Tom Cruise. Does he still act?
Yeah.
Sure. Alita's like, gymnast doesn't know time. Film says Liv Morgan. Chris is like, Liv Morgan time. Robbie's like, D, your fave segment is on. Sophie says, I haven't seen Top Gun all the way through. I have seen the beginning and end at certain points while flipping the channels. Robbie says, D, glued to the screen now. Bryce says, okay, guys, it's time for me to go. I'll see you on the next live stream. If not, probably Friday. Bye. We probably won't be here Friday,
We
Bryce.
will not be here Friday, but we will be here Wednesday.
But we'll be here Wednesday for
and
AEW.
Saturday.
And Saturday for the day 1 pay-per-view. Luna says, I see another angry Miz fan look alike in the crowd. Vindicator says, no, I don't want to see no dang video package. I want to see Liv in the ring. My night is ruined. Rob was like, yo, Mr. Cola, I'm all good. You?
Why do you want to see Liv in the ring? Like, do you want to not have her talk? She needs a mouthpiece if she's going to even be good. Because she is terrible on the mic.
Robbie, Pico had lots of questions about Jersey for you. Hey, it's Luke.
There's Luke.
Says, hi all, I'm afraid to ask, what have I missed? Oh.
You know, it's been a crazy night, but there's been some, I thought it was a pretty good show, but a lot of people said it's like an acid trip. I've had fun.
It's because there's not all the main people you would normally
All the
see.
wrestlers are gone, and so the matches have been great, creative. AJ Styles wrestled, what's his name? Apollo Crews, and that was really good. We had a mixed gender tag team match.
The 24/7 Dana Brooke and Reggie against Tamina and R-Truth.
Just some good matches all around, I thought. And then we just had the Liv Morgan and, oh, was that me?
Yeah, the Street Profits versus...
I think that's our... There. It's just coming unplugged under that box.
Oh.
I can fix it later.
The Street Profits versus...
The Mysterios, and the Street Profits won that.
Yeah. And then we had Riddle against Chad Gable, and Riddle pulled that off.
And then Randy against Big Man.
Randy against Otis, and he finally got to RKO him.
And pinned him.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like he's doing some meditation so that he's not so angry all the time.
Yeah, he's going to be wrestling Dolph next, so, or at some point.
Oh, let's see. Sophie says, imagine the athletes who did both Summer and Winter Olympics. That means they don't have that much of a break to practice for the next Olympics.
Right, but most of them do it. They're a hobby sport, which is the skateboarding and snowboarding. Mm-hmm. So that's something they would be doing anyways if they weren't Olympians.
Yep. People says, Ravi's back. We were talking about Jersey people. Vindicator says, I want to see Liv wrestle and sharpen up her moveset. Ravi's like, D, you're an actor. Alita says, hi, Luke. And Sophie says, I meant the athletes who do the Summer Olympics and are going to do the Winter Olympics don't have that much time for a break between both Olympics. Yeah, if there are any, this year they don't, but most of the time...
Well, there could be a snowboarder out there.
They do. Robbie's like, yo, Mr. Cola, what about Jersey folks? Yeah, they're a bunch of weirdos.
Why is he being so boring? Shut up.
I don't know.
He's usually not.
I thought this was supposed to be a fight scene. I'm bored already. He's waking up.
Judo chop. Judo kick.
Oh, jeez.
Damn, hit him with the computer.
Ouch.
All right, here comes Damian.
Oh, he caught him in the throat.
Beast Priest. Hey, a flea flicker.
Oh, look, he actually got it to his guy.
Hey, look. A flea flicker. That was sweet. Yeah, the quarterback for the Dolphins needed to be cut. He's terrible. Running all these weird option plays. That's obviously coaching, but still.
They can't beat this little guy. That's just ridiculous. There's 2 of them.
He's mean. He's so mean. I like Godzilla too. Or I hate Godzilla too.
Right?
He's so mean.
He's like, I got a gun. Where's that needle that they were looking for earlier?
Just pull the trigger. It would still hurt. Whoa.
Ooh, a girl did it. Of course.
Some shaky lady. She not eat or something?
She was like, I didn't mean to shoot him in the face.
I thought he was fighting the old Superman guy. Not fighting with him.
Yeah, I thought he was fighting him too. Piccolo led us astray.
That's false advertising.
He false advertising.
I was like, how is he when is he gonna turn on him? Like waiting the whole
I know,
time.
right? Like, when's he gonna beat him up? I want to see Tom Cruise get his ass beat. Piccolo's like, oh, I was watching trailers earlier. They have another Texas Chainsaw movie coming out soon.
Oh, wow.
Alita says, when Piccolo, and Film says, go, Liv, go. Sophie's like, are the Winter Olympics shorter than the Summer Olympics, or are they the same amount of time?
Same.
Film says, Liv Morgan armpits. Piccolo says, are Jersey people rich or poor like Henry Cavill's from there? Vindicator says, well, there's nothing else of interest, even though I like Bischoff, but I've seen enough wedding routines to know how it ends. So I'm heading out of this one, guys. See you for an explosive dynamite.
We will be here.
All right, then. Film says, hey, Travis, have you ever watched James Bond?
Yeah, I've seen a couple of them. I probably should go ahead and watch all of them, because I'm pretty sure there's some that I haven't seen. I've seen some with Sean Connery, and then there was some after that I haven't seen. Yeah. And I haven't seen any of the new ones.
I haven't seen any with Daniel Craig. You saw one with Pierce Brosnan, right?
Yeah, where he, like, something in... It's got Denise Richards in it.
Oh, maybe. Sophie says, why is the show on Miz Maryse instead of a match?
She always wanted Christmas in Turkey or something.
Yeah.
And her name's Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Robbie says, what was that, a trailer for the film Liv versus Becky? I don't know. Pickle says, either next month or in February, Alita. Film says, my dad loves James Bond. He likes the Daniel Craig and Roger Moore versions of James Bond.
I like Timothy Dalton. T-Dalt.
Vindicator says, hopefully Danny McBride Danielson will not start off the show. 2% chance of that happening. LOL. Later, guys. Bye, Vin.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for hanging with us. Alita says, nice. And Robbie says, the yellow brick road to Russell failure. Luke says, please don't kill me, but you can repeat what I missed. I'm at work, and I had to yell at a worker, so I closed my phone.
That's all right. Basically, you missed Randy versus Otis. You missed...
Randy giving him an RKO.
You missed Riddle versus Chad Gable.
He beat him.
Actually, it was vice versa, the other way around. But anyways.
Riddle versus Chad.
First.
First, but Riddle won. Then they had a mixed gender match.
Yes.
Dana Brooke and Reginald versus Tamina and R-Truth. Reginald pinned R-Truth.
Facts. And then we had a bunch of segments with people at home because they're sick.
Yeah. And then they had... Street Profits versus
the Mysterios.
The Mysterios, and the Street Profits won.
Yes. Oh, then we had Kevin Owens versus the Hurt Business. And then he beat Cedric Alexander, which was pretty decent.
Uh-huh.
They just had a video package of Liv and
Becky
because Becky's not there. So they didn't want to bring Liv out and put her on TV without Becky, I would assume, is why they did that.
Yeah.
And then, what else did we miss? Another big match in there? Right now, we got Damian Priest coming out.
Yes. I can't remember. What else?
Oh, AJ Styles was going to wrestle a sneeze. General Aziz.
Yeah.
And then he ended up wrestling Apollo Crews. Yeah. And then he beat Apollo.
So basically, they've just brought all the other people you don't really see a lot. And so they had a chance. So they had some matches tonight without all their other people. Chris says, I forgot about the wedding. And Sophie says, I'm not a James Bond fan. Ravi says, big up Luke, not taking any crap. Film says, I don't know why people don't like Sean Connery. Sophie says, I'm more of a DC Marvel WWE nerd than a Star Wars or Trek nerd. Piccolo says, I used to think Pierce Brosnan's Bond was good only because of GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Film said he said like a bad joke about women or something. Sophie says new U.S. champion maybe. Ravi says D not here for the wrestling, just here for the vibes.
I think what they're doing with Damian, he's not gonna lose for a while because he's like got this weird second person.
He's got his angry persona. Somebody says, the people that are home, I wonder how long of a plane ride they have to day one. I don't know where day one's happening at, so.
I can't remember. Probably somewhere on the East Coast, though.
Probably. Film says the Hurt Business might defeat Kevin Owens. They didn't, though.
No.
In fact, he beat Cedric, and then Benjamin got in there to do something about it, and then he got his ass handed to him, too.
Everybody getting beat up. You hand out ass whoopings like Oprah Winfrey.
People's like, did that say Super Bowl 56? I don't know.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I wasn't looking. I was reading. Sorry.
What was the letters?
He has LVI. Or was it Liv, Liv? So it would be 54. Oh, Lena says yes. Well, there you go.
Yeah, that would be 56, by the way.
I don't know.
It says mad.
It's weird.
I have to put you down. You're mad.
Am I? Cool.
That's a pretty hat.
What is it?
Dolphin's hat.
That is pretty. It's different.
It's a different blue than they're normally wearing, but whatever. It's all good.
They all have changed their fucking colors. Like, stupid Seattle decided that they needed that bright, gross green. It's like, where the fuck did that shit come from? They've always had it. No, they have not had that color the whole time. So if it's like, will the Royal Rumble and the Super Bowl ever compete against each other one day?
No. I don't think so.
Pico says, holy crap, I remember when the Cowboys had Troy Aikman playing in Super Bowls.
I remember it also.
What? That's so weird. Or it's like, D watches the 3 hours of Raw for you so you don't have to sit there and fall into a coma. I almost fell into a coma. I am going to fall into a coma. Alita's like my toe. That's not...
Harper on that team. They had Michael Irvin on that team. Emmitt Smith on that team. They had some guy named like Moose Johnson was on that team.
Yeah.
Charles Haley was on that team for a while, but I think he ended up going to San Francisco. I think Primetime, Deion Sanders played for those Cowboys. I think. I can't remember if Deion was a Cowboy or not. I know he was a 49er and a Falcon. But for some reason, I thought he went to the Cowboys.
I thought he went to the Cowboys at some point, too.
He got an interception and ran out and put the ball on the star, and then he got nailed. I'm pretty sure it was like Michael Irvin or something nailed him. Pretty funny.
Pickle's like, that was like Super Bowl 24, 25 maybe, when Troy Aikman was playing in Super Bowls.
It was in the 90s. I think it was like, what, 93, 94 or something like that. Because they won 2.
Poor dog.
Oh, no, I think they won 3, but they won 2 back-to-back. 92, 93, I think, and then 96 or something.
Huh. The film says, Camilla is so sexy. I love it. Nice.
Sexyism.
Sophie says that the WWE always schedules the Rumble before the Super Bowl, and they usually schedule Mania when baseball season officially starts.
Yeah, first part of April. Into March, maybe. My Wingstop?
It's so mean. It's like so condescending.
Maybe you should look like a bag of milk at the gym.
Ravi, it's like the stream just cut off what D just said. Sweet.
Edited it.
That's nice. Probably wasn't important then. Whatever I said. Sophie says, my dad always watches the Super Bowl, and I only watch the halftime show depending on who is performing it.
Last year it was The Weeknd.
Film says, did Dana Brooke change her entrance? I don't know.
I don't think so. She came out with her partner, whoever that was. It looked the same to me.
Yeah. Pickle says Emmitt Smith grew up here, but he's trash. He never gives back to the community, unlike Roy Jones Jr.
Miami kids. The only reason I think he is not, maybe not Miami, but Florida kids, is because he went to the University of Miami. That's weird that he wouldn't get back to Community.
That is really weird. He doesn't seem like the type of guy that wouldn't give back to the community. Mm-mm. Like when they do interviews and stuff with him, he doesn't seem like a douche.
He seemed very humble.
Yeah. Alita's like, correct. I don't know what she's correcting about. But
that dude was the luckiest man alive, is all I have to say, when he was playing.
Who?
Emmitt Smith.
Oh.
He had the greatest offensive line maybe arguably ever assembled.
Yeah.
Like Larry Allen was on there. There was a few other Hall of Fame guys. But every time he ran the ball, you could drive a car through the lanes that he had. He didn't even get touched until he was 7 or 8 yards down the field half the time.
Wow.
He couldn't outrun anybody. He wasn't jukey. There was nothing special about Emmitt Smith. Somebody that loves Emmitt Smith would hate me right now. But there was nothing special about him except for his offensive line.
That's crazy. Sophie says, you could tell this show had less wrestlers on it because they have the catering crew appear on it tonight and with some people that we see every week.
Yep. And lots of segments. At-home segments, a lot of talking segments of people at home.
Rerun segments.
Mm-hmm.
So, Alita says, LOL. Sophie says, didn't Emmitt Smith win a season of Dancing with the Stars?
Did he? Wouldn't be surprised.
Possibly.
I'd never seen that show.
I didn't see it, but I think I've seen things of him on it, I guess you could say. I don't watch mainstream
When
TV.
Russell lived across the street, they were watching it, and that's where I saw that girl that was in Dirty Grandpa and Rock of Ages.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, but she was dancing with a dude. You know, like an athlete.
Yeah, because she was the main.
she was a dancer.
She was one of the professionals. Yeah, Julianne Hough.
Mm-hmm.
Alita says Roy really doesn't.
Zigzag.
Emmett does.
Huh?
Roy really doesn't get back to the community, but Emmett does.
Oh, Emmett does get back. Okay. Old Roy Jones.
Roy Jones Jr.
He probably has a gym and charges $10,000 to join it.
Okay. That's kind of weird. Robbie's like, so is someone going to interrupt The Miz tonight?
Yes.
Most likely.
Edge.
It'll be your best
Beth.
friend, Robbie.
Edge and Beth is going to be my guess. They don't want happiness for the Miz and Maryse. They're anti-happy people.
Film says, who will win in an RPS double match? Oh, goody. Rhea Ripley or Charlotte Flair or Sasha Banks or Bayley? I choose Bayley. What about you, Travis and Miss D?
Sasha Banks.
I told you to fucking make sure the goddamn doors stay closed.
Just had a panic attack.
Fuck.
I thought it was a door falling in there.
Tootsie, the New Yorker, is in the chat. Hey, Tootsie.
Hey, Tootsie.
Says, come on, show me what do you got. I don't know, what do they got? Piccolo says, well, Emmett claims Dallas more and probably is charitable in Texas. Oh, well, maybe that's why. He's charitable there instead of where he grew up.
Less taxes that way.
Not in Florida.
Damian almost had Dolph.
Sophie says, I'm surprised they didn't ask some SmackDown wrestler to help fill out the show. Alita says, yes, he did win it. And Film says, I like to watch Deal or No Deal with Howie Mandel.
Yeah, I love Howie. As a comedian, I don't know him on all these shows.
Pico's laughing. Only 4K to join, jeez. Right? That's on a 6-month basis. And Alita's saying, yeah, that Emmitt Smith, he did win it.
Yeah.
Film says, which football team is going to end up being in the Super Bowl?
I would assume the Chiefs, just because they've got that top quarterback. And the game's set up for quarterbacks nowadays. They don't allow defense like they used to.
Yeah, they should just have touch football. I don't even know why they bother having real football anymore.
In the old days, it would be a different style of teams, but nowadays it's just an aerial onslaught every time you see all the receivers and everything. Mm-hmm. You couldn't have got away with that in the old days.
I was like, D, that's your guy, LOL. What? No, he's your best friend, Robbie. I know what it is. It's just stupid. It shouldn't even be happening. The door should stay closed.
It's my favorite thing.
Why don't you make sure it stays fucking closed?
It would if it was ever shut.
Why don't you shut it?
Because then it would be shut.
Yeah, well, maybe it should be. I'm pretty sure it's a good idea that it is. Sophie says, isn't hockey and basketball also ending their season as well?
What? What do you mean? The hockey and basketball? They're like quitting?
No, they're ending their seasons. Like their seasons are over.
Their seasons end in June.
I have no idea. I don't watch that stuff, so I couldn't tell you. Anyways, Film says, good pick, Travis, for that matchup. Oh, he's losing his temper. He's just beating on him for no reason.
Everybody likes Sasha's shake game.
Alita's like college ball.
Yes, college football is over, basically. So Damian got disqualified.
What?
It doesn't matter. He loses, but doesn't lose his title.
Right?
Now they can do it at day one.
Ooh.
And make it any way you lose the title match.
Ooh.
If Dolph can even make it there. He just got whiplash.
He just got barely thrown into a barricade because Damian almost couldn't get him there. It's like, what the hell? I should have brought my keys in so I could turn my vehicle on so it'd get warm.
Oh, shit! Right on the concrete.
Because it's cold out there.
Pass interference. Every day of the week and twice on Sunday. Miz was trying to just cripple Maryse right there.
He was. Philip says Damian Priest got disqualified. Wow. Sophie says whenever
2
they are
weeks in a
missing
row.
Raw stars, they usually fill the show out with SmackDown or sometimes NXT stars.
And they did bring an NXT star on.
For AJ Styles. Because he has been down on NXT, so I guess it makes sense. Whatever. Zoe Ziggler's like, my back! And Alita says, March Madness.
The
Phil
Dolphins
says,
helmets
well,
are really
that's surprising
pretty.
to hear he got disqualified.
It's like the worst
Sophie
segment.
says, my sister is a big hockey fan.
Nice.
Cool.
Doesn't Atlanta have a hockey team? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure they do, though.
Don't know.
Like, who wouldn't want to play hockey in Florida? Like, it just seems like a weird place, but Florida has a hockey team.
Mm-hmm.
The Tampa Bay team has a team. And I think there's another one or two in there.
Ooh, ouch. He got clothes hung in the air in his gut.
Ugh.
Watch that. Watch it.
Blech. You broke my appendix.
My spleen! My fucking spleen, bitches! Film's like, buy that merch.
Almost confirmed.
They're like, let's have Eric Bischoff out here.
I'm back.
Could you imagine if you like paid money to go see this show? I'd be like, oh, this is boring.
I'd be excited. Eric Bischoff?
Well, I mean, I guess. I don't know him, so. But I think I would have fallen asleep. So he's like, wow, this show seems faster than previous weeks for some reason.
Yeah, they moved it along a lot quicker. It's one of the quickest moving
says,
ones.
where the hell is my barf bag? I don't know, but you better find it real quick. Just in case. There's going to be cootie smooching and weird shit happening. Renewing of vows and touching and gross things. Gross things are going to be happening. You better get your barf bag out.
This is going to be as big a show as when Luke married Laura.
Luke, did you marry Laura?
Luke and Laura. Look it up. Look at the ratings for that show. It's General Hospital. Look up their #1 show ever. Luke and Laura. It's like 50 million people watched that soap opera that day. Luke and Laura's wedding. I'm pretty sure I wasn't alive yet. But I might have been like 1 or 2. But I remember watching it.
Piccolo says, I've gone to some pro hockey games. That's cool. And Alita says we did. Oh, you guys don't have a pro hockey team in Atlanta anymore? Robbie says, haha, this segment. Films like The Miz is already married. He doesn't have to get married in a ring right now because he already is. Yet he is. They're renewing their vows. And films like, what? I'm confused. He's getting married again? Ha ha ha. They're just renewing their vows film. It's a thing. You know, they're already married. They just want to renew their vows to each other and how much they care.
November 17th, 1981 is when Luke and Laura got married.
Ooh. It's a long time ago. I'm going to pretend I wasn't born. Pickle's like, random question. Big
30,
fat question mark.
30 million people watched that.
That's a lot of people. Here's your random question.
Oh!
Pickle. Do you like Philly cheesesteaks?
I like meat. So, yes.
So, back in the day when Travis ate gluten and stuff, he probably would have eaten those and liked them. Because he likes that kind of like processed cheese, like Cheese Whiz or Velveeta cheese or whatever.
Did, yeah.
I probably would have to pass on an authentic Philly cheese steak sandwich. Because I'm not a huge fan of that type of cheese. So, I would probably pass if it was like an authentic one. But if it was one that was like, had like melted provolone or mozzarella or something on it, then I probably would eat it. Sophie says, we were supposed to have Austin Theory versus Finn tonight.
Yeah, I thought that was going to happen.
Yeah, that was on your thing.
It was.
Yeah, that didn't happen. Alita's like, LO, Trav. Ravi says, nobody cares for Austin Theory. Pico says, oh, I was forced to watch that crap when I was sick as a kid.
My mom made us.
Alita says, I was. Sophie says, my mom used to watch General Hospital. My grandma still watches it.
Yeah, my mom still watches it. And my mom would make my sister stay home from school to watch important episodes.
Oh my God,
and that was one of them. So my sister did not go to school that day.
I never watched any of those. When I stayed home from school, my mom was like, you're staying in bed because you're sick. And there was no TV.
Luke and Laura was the biggest thing ever. Forever. I mean, I think they're still on there.
There's a lot of them that I think still are. Pickles is also All My Children too. Robbie says, D, pass me the bucket. Alita says, no, sold them. Alita says, or Sophie says, OMG, Eric Bischoff on both AEW and WWE TV this week.
I want to see somebody get brave and binge watch General Hospital. So, it's been on since like 60 something. I want to say like 7, 8, or 9. But if you watched it 24 hours a day, it would take you 5 years.
That's a lot of time.
Yeah,
is that watching it 24/7?
Yeah. There's something like 20,000 episodes.
You would
or
never
some
get
shit.
caught up.
That's what I mean. Like you.
I don't think you would ever get caught up.
That's why I said somebody needs to be brave and do it.
Oh.
Like that's all they would watch ever.
Oh, Alita said yes. Robbie says, D, when are you renewing your vows on the Gab? Haha. With who?
Somebody comes over and attacks us.
Sophie says General Hospital is the last ABC soap opera left. Aw, how sad. Philip says, who will win in a Karrion Pit match? Bliss or Kelly? I choose my dream woman, Alexa Bliss. I don't know.
There's 14,000 episodes, and they're an hour each.
That's a lot of episodes. Sophie says, I wonder what stream service will have General Hospital to watch from the beginning. I don't know which one would have it. Film says, I think AJ Styles is about to finish off his career soon. Well, he did do a 5-year contract, what, 2 years ago? Has it been about 2 or 3 years since he did that 5-year contract?
Who was that?
AJ Styles.
I think it was in 19.
So it's been a couple of years.
Yeah.
Well, 2 years then. Film says, I hope AJ Styles finishes his career strong in WWE. Well, as long as that's, that is his retirement plan, right? Is to 5 years and he would be done. As Alita says, not married anymore. Edge and The Miz at day 1.
Mama's going fast.
Oh, shit.
This is huge. Good. I'm glad he recovered from that.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious that he tripped. I don't know if he did that on purpose or if that was...
I don't think so.
I think that was complete accident. So it was like, that will take 10 years to watch every episode of General Hospital. Rob was like, Travis, I don't have the time.
You gotta do it, man.
You don't have the time to stay up 24 hours a day watching an episode every hour of it. 24 episodes. Especially if it's General Hospital and it's the one that's still on and it was, on then. Robbie says, he would get loss of subs.
It's 840,000 hours. Is that right? It sound about right?
How many?
840,000.
840,000
minutes. Sorry, minutes.
Minutes? Oh, like hours. Jesus Christ.
No, it's 14,000 hours.
14,000 hours.
Because it's 14,000 episodes.
Right. Robbie says, you got the time to watch General Hospital? I do not have any time to watch anything. You're lucky I'm here. Sophie says, I wonder how much money Eric Bischoff is getting from both AEW and WWE this week for appearing. I don't know. Enough to do it, right?
All right, if you watched it for 24 hours a day, it would take 583 days. So that's just 2 years.
Oh, okay.
That's 24 hours. So you wouldn't be able to sleep.
Yeah, you wouldn't sleep.
Once.
Not once.
So let's just say you did
12 hours
8 hours a day. It would take 1,750 days. So if you divide that by 365, it's 365. It would take about right around 5 years.
Right.
4.8.
So if you watched it for
8 hours a day, it would take you 5 years.
And you would never get caught up because then you'd have to watch the episodes of those 5 years.
Of the last 5 years. But you would eventually get caught up. It'd probably take you right around 6 years to be right live on TV.
Yeah, because there's some days you could probably watch for like 12 hours.
Fuck.
So if it's like, how many hours will it be to watch every episode of The Simpsons?
A lot less than that.
People's like, what's going on? Miz and Maryse are renewing their vows.
Maryse.
There is no...
Miz looks like a freaking brand new $100 bill.
There are no wrestling matches happening right now or anything. There aren't any rings things up either on the ring.
There's no ring ropes.
There's no ropes or anything either. So, Philip says, who will win in a WrestleMania Dream match, Styles or Shawn Michaels? Who do you think would win?
It depends on what company they had it with, but if they did it in WWE, Shawn Michaels would. But if they did it in Impact or anywhere else, then AJ would.
Alita's like, I would not do it.
Start a channel and just do it. I bet you'd get millions of subscribers.
15 years ago is when they met.
What year is this?
21.
Yeah.
Oh, why are they booing her? That's not very nice.
Because she's sad. So now she's crying. So she's basically Liv Morgan.
Oh my God, what a loser.
But hers is over like real emotional. Thought they're married.
Feels like cool choice there, Travis. Will Hunter says the TV show had a heavy advertisement program. Each episode would be 35 to 40 minutes, not an hour.
Of General Hospital? I swear it's an hour, but I could be wrong. I was thinking it'd be about 40 minutes because the commercials.
Yeah. They'd be about 40 minutes. Like he said, 35 to 40 minutes. Well, I don't know. Back in the 60s, they didn't have as many advertisements as they do now. So they actually could be a little bit longer.
Don't listen to Detroit.
Is that where they're at? Is in
Yeah.
Detroit? Oh.
They cheer for the Lions. The lovable losers.
Alita says, I would sleep. Robbie says, maybe you can do a watch-along of General Hospital. Yeah, hell no. Sophie's like, Saturday Night Live, The Simpsons, and General Hospital. It could take forever to watch every episode of every season.
He's doing it in French.
Oh, God. Oh, God, he sounds like a dork.
That's
Spanish. Can you just do it in English? Too much. TMI! TMI! Sophie, I would probably throw whatchamacallit in there too. South Park in there. How long it would take. Film's like, who will win in our sweetie, I know.
Maryse wins all of them.
Yeah. Come on, Liv Morgan, stop crying. Unless it's somebody else crying. I could be wrong. It's Maryse. She's crying. Ravi says cheesy like Edam or Brie cheese, the segment.
When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. Yes, she's doing it.
Film says, was General Hospital an old 80s or 90s show? Just curious. Haven't seen the series before.
It was 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s.
It's been on for a long time.
It's still going.
And it's a daytime soap opera.
It's on 5 days a week, no matter what. I'm pretty sure.
Golf Luscious says, that's the worst French Canadian I have heard in my life, and I am half Canadian like my sister.
The hater! Drinking Haterade, just like my thumbnail said.
The hate's coming.
He doesn't like happiness. He just doesn't like it.
Will Hunter says,
he might like
late
happiness.
60s, early 70s, Sears used to run alone a 5-minute spot for the show. So, I mean, and if it was an hour or 5 minutes, so it was like a 55-minute show. Sophie says, why did he pick Bischoff for the segment? What history does he have with both of them?
I have no idea.
Luna's like, you're right, my sister. Piccolo says, I could get through a Big Bang Theory marathon.
I have.
Travis has done it. We watched all the seasons.
I threw a tablet at delete though.
Film says Saturday Night Live will never be the same again, in my honest opinion.
No.
Robbie says Maryse crying like Liv. Alita says after all the surgeries. Sophie says all my children got canceled twice, one by regular TV and the other by online when they tried to reboot the show. Robbie says you knew this would happen.
Then why are you here?
How could you not know?
Why are you here? Why you came? Good Bischoff.
He's like, let me fix your veil. It's so pretty. He's all back there like, do. Meg! Knock it off! Bone says, people are making rumors that Johnny Gargano might go to AEW, but if you ask me, I disagree. Sophie says, I could get through a Married with Children marathon.
2 minutes.
Oh, God. Barf bag! Oh,
That's what it looks like.
They're still doing it! Oh, gross. So gross. So gross.
Edge has had sex in the ring before, and he's telling them to go get a room.
Well, it's the PG era, so it's different now. The film's like, okay, thanks for the information, Travis.
Is Edge a hypocrite? Yes.
Totally. Luna's like, well, I'm gone now. See you all in 2022, everyone. Bye, Luna. Bye-bye. Like, you got some knowledge on General Hospital. I'm guessing you are a fan.
No.
I don't have any knowledge on it. Like, absolutely none.
I know, like, there's, like, Quartermains, and there's Luke and Laura. That's all I know. Honestly, I couldn't tell you.
I have no idea
what
what
I
he's
think
talking
what's her
about.
name was on there. Bruce Willis's ex-wife, Demi Moore. I think she was on there.
Sophie says, bye. See you either on Wednesday or Saturday. All right, Sophie. Godflesh just says, yeah, I am gone. See you next year. Alrighty.
Is he going back to the vampire shit with the blood?
I have no idea, maybe.
It is. It's the blood thing again.
Well.
They're going to dump blood on him from the roof.
Oh.
Ah! Oh, that's not blood.
black.
That's like tar. I guess no Beth. Maryse just screaming.
That's funny.
Maryse still looks fantastic.
I was like, okay, Missy and Travis, I have to go. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. If not, probably the next Monday night Raw, the stream. Love y'all. Peace out. God bless.
We'll be here Saturday for the pay-per-view.
Yeah, the Day 1 pay-per-view is a Saturday film. So if you want to hang out with us for the WWE Day 1 pay-per-view, we will be here. But we will definitely be here Wednesday for AEW's Dynamite. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us for this Monday night Raw. We appreciate it. And thank you, each and every one of you, for sticking around. It's appreciated all that much.
You saying bye? Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. We appreciate it. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.